Ahoy and welcome to Horizons Call, everybody. This is a special pre-recorded episode, a very special pre-recorded episode, as this is not our typical bullshit that we do for Horizons Call. This is a special game of Tooth or Truth, a game that I will describe the rules of here shortly. But before all that, hi, I'm Derek. I'm your GM for this game. I use he, him pronouns. I am excited to be here in this pre-recorded nondescript time, coming to you not live at all. But please enjoy this regardless. Please know that you can still give to these, you can tip these wonderful players, this wonderful cast, through our Pally, which you should be able to see in our chat. And anything that you were able to tip can impact our future games, the games that we play when we actually are live. And anytime you tip, it just gets fast forwarded, paid forward to the next game. So all that said, I'm going to go around, have these lovely people introduce themselves and their characters. Then we'll talk about what Tooth or Truth is, what we're getting ourselves into, and then we're going to jump right into it. No recap necessary this time. So, Mare, as always, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hello, I am Mara. Use they, she pronouns. I am playing your lovely soul knife, rogue, star, druid, centaur, Acacia. He uses she, her pronouns, and she is ready to drink.
Fantastic. That's part of what we're doing. It's not just a weird thing that Mare's throwing out there. Mare, as far as I know, is not a lush. Eva, if you don't mind.
Hi, hello, I'm Eva. My pronouns are she, her, and today I am playing Winnie, your sea elf, alchemical artificer, sometimes bard, little baby bard,
Little baby bard.
little baby bard.
Thank you, Eva. Next up, Michael.
Hi, fam. I'm Michael, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Proximus, your Triton Shadow Sorcerer Paladin, and I'm here to. Oh, I'm always here to drink. Shoot.
Some of
Been
us
ready.
drink here all the time, but this specific time.
I,
Special
I
thank you.
am also a known lush.
You know what? If you want to admit it yourself, that's the first step. Special thank you, as always, to Michael for the character art that you can see on screen. Please check his stuff out. I will promote it even more if he doesn't do it himself at the end of our session. And last but absolutely not least, Kayla.
Hello, my name is Kaila, she, her pronouns. I play our Siren Storm sorcerer, Scarlet Shores, who also uses she, her pronouns. I'll eventually mess it up. It's fine. I just have to think really, really hard.
Fantastic. And thinking hard is also what we're going to be doing today, which is even harder based on alcohol. This game, if you hadn't picked it up already, is a drinking game. Tooth or Truth, a game designed by Don Metcalf with editor Brian Thomas Clements, graphic designer Laura Hirschbrunner, and actually cover art by friend of the channel, Justin McGregor, is a game about getting to know you game for players new and old. My brain did not register that properly. That's literally what it says in the cover. So this is basically a character development type game that is all constructed around a drinking game. As those of us from our younger days, or maybe if you're lucky enough to be in those days right now, you would know that drinking games are a thing for people of a certain age, and drinking games typically use drinking as a penalty for losing or for whatever breaking of whatever rules a game might have. The way Tooth or Truth works is it is essentially, it's what do I say? Truth or dare, minus the dare part. So, Tooth or Truth works in that you have a party that sits in a circle. They ask each other a series of questions, with there typically being a leader to ask the first question. Once everyone answers that question, they move on to the second round, the next question. If a character rather chooses not to answer a question, if they choose to lie, or if they hesitate a little too long on their answer, they will have to drink a drink that is placed at the center of that table as a penalty. That drink has a large tooth inside of it, hence the Tooth or Truth. The alcohol inside of that glass is not a very pleasant concoction and will lead towards inebriation, which may or may not lead towards more truthful answers from that character. And as they go to drink more and more, they risk the potential of swallowing the tooth. So bear that in mind as we go in. This game in particular is going to be set a little outside of time, a little amorphous. When we are currently recording this, it's during our month-long holiday break from Horizon's Call. So this is going to be set during Scarlet's housewarming, which will take place essentially in the future. We don't even know what's going to happen in between now and then. So presuming that all of our characters are in one piece and make it back to Scarlet's housewarming party, this is the celebration that part of the celebration they will have, probably towards the latter part of the night when a lot of the other people that Scarlet might have invited have gone home, gone back to their beds. I have told my players that if they would like any NPCs to drop by for a specific question, they just have to let me know. Otherwise, the questions are essentially locked into place. However, they do have the opportunity to ask follow-up questions to any of the main questions asked. So, we find ourselves in the newly constructed home of Scarlet Shores and Marcus Ash. A home that is near the beach, that incorporates a little bit of land and tide into its construction. It is cozy, it is warm, and sitting around a large, newly crafted circular table, you find yourselves, as well as, of course, Marcus, sitting next to Scarlet. And at the head of the table, the captain of the Redemption, a figure you have known for quite some time now, a Leonin named Connery. Connery has offered all of you to play a game, a little get-to-know-you sort of game. You all have known each other for quite some time, and yet there are parts of all of your stories that I think still are hidden from one another, or maybe hidden from just a couple of players, couple of characters. And so he's offered the opportunity to have a little drinking game, and he calls it Tooth or Truth. And you all watch as Connery sits at the head of a circular table. What is that? But he sits at the table, looking around to all of you in his counterclockwise and clockwise fashion. And with a small glass towards the center of the table, he gets out a flask and pours from it an unsettling looking liquor. It is not the color of something that you would traditionally want to put in your body, and the smell of it gives vibes of paint thinner and just poison. It smells like poison. And from this same satchel that he pulls this flask from, he also pulls out a small pouch. And undoing the strings of that pouch, he pulls out a rather long fang. One that you might recognize as being very similar to the fangs that he has, although his were adamantium. He had them replaced a while ago. And you come to piece together that this actually might be Connery's tooth. And etched into it are little symbols, and it seems that there has been a level of carving that he has done into it, ritualistic perhaps. And he drops it into the glass with a little splash and looks around to all of you. In what order might we find you at the table? You don't necessarily have to say where you're sitting, but if you would like to describe your characters, let's do this. Let's roll for initiative to determine who sits where.
Modifiers and everything?
Modifiers
to
and
ask.
everything.
22.
26.
Natural 20 for a 22.
Nat 1 for a 6.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
The range on these is great.
16 plus 10, baby.
Who had the 26? Was that
Plus
Scarlet?
10.
Oh, that was Acacia.
Who else is going to get the 26, Derek?
The two people had 22s. So, Proximus and Scarlet, if you would like to duke it out as to who goes first.
Charisma modifier goes first.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Mine's plus
it's the same.
5.
Plus 5?
Mine's
Oh,
plus
yeah.
5.
The same.
Just roll. Swear to God. Two of you.
Just a
I got
flat
a nat
roll.
20.
Oh, nice. I
I'm
got
rolling
a
nat
14.
20s now and I'm scared for later.
Honestly.
Right.
All right.
Scarlet Fest.
I'm putting Scarlet and then Marcus and then Proximus. Okay. So the order will be that the question will be answered will be Acacia, Scarlet, Marcus, Proximus, Winnie, and then back to Connery. Again, anyone can answer the follow-up question. Before we jump in, are there
one more time? Connery, Acacia, Scarlet, Proximus.
It's
Marcus
in Zoom
Proximus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That would do
Marcus
it.
Proximus, Winnie. Before we jump in, are there any NPCs that you would like? And do any of you have any questions?
I don't have any questions, but I think a fun one that would randomly come by if she's awake and not sleeping already, Mama Maddie.
Sure. We can have Mama Maddie parties late.
I love her.
He had thought she had gone home and she's just been hanging out.
You know she partied hard and still
Hops
parties
up
hard.
somewhere. Just-
She's one of the ones that like pokes her head up from like under the table where you're like, I didn't know anyone was down there.
She's wearing a lampshade. There's no lamps in here. She brought it herself. Yeah.
Got a tie on. I'd kind of like to
This is-
see Sammy at some point for one of the like earlier questions, maybe.
Well, I tell you what, if you would like a character, you may introduce that character after your turn, and I will do my damn best. All right. So, Connery looks around to all of you, having explained the rules in his accent as I did in mine, and with the plop of the fang into the glass at the center. So it begins.
Precursor
well.
question, Connery.
Yes.
I just point at the tooth. What the fuck?
I'm glad
That's-
somebody asked because I was going to.
Not one of the questions.
You
I
did
know.
clean that thing, though.
It's a tooth,
right?
Right? You said it. Tooth or truth? Truth or tooth? True. Tooth.
I'm
Tooth.
just perplexed on where the drinking game of consuming a tooth came from.
This is completely normal where I'm from. Is this
Okay.
not?
Does
Okay,
it
so it
look
is-
like he's having us on?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I
Okay.
wouldn't necessarily put that. I'm trying to remember the word for this type of carving. Carving into bone. Scrimshaw. Yes, it is Scrimshaw. As this is just completely normal type of game that we play in Gondola. It's get
Okay.
to know your pride sort of game. So
Got it. It's just a thing I did not know.
I didn't realize that removing your fangs was a super common
Is it
practice.
is it the baby tooth?
Is it a
Does it
baby?
look like a baby tooth,
a
Scarlet?
little cub tooth?
no, I was
Baby Connery with his little paws. Sorry.
I was one of the blood shields in Gondola. It is requested that we remove our own teeth by force of will and replace them with adamantium ones. I ripped this from my own gums with my own hands.
That somehow doesn't make it any better, but okay, let's continue before I.
So
We're
like
learning
force
so
of
much
will,
before the game
but
starts.
also upper body strength? Because like, okay.
I mean, you typically pass out about halfway through and you have to come back, and that's where the force of will comes back into it.
Oh.
Before we start doing any of this, because this sounds interesting. One moment, and I'm gonna get up and I'm going to go wherever I have storage in this place because I don't even know my own house that well yet. I'm going to bring back at least like 3 healing potions, just regular ones, and just put them on the table. Just
Scarlet, you might also want to get
a bucket.
buckets.
Yeah.
It's good to have a chaser. Yeah, I respect a healing potion chaser. And to Proximus, your question, the alcohol cleans it, so it's very clean right now.
Right.
Sanitized.
it's that type. Got it.
That's a word for it. I would like to like from
Rubbing
a
alcohol
distance-
for the outside wounds and drinking
I was gonna
alcohol for the
say
inside
when he
wounds.
drops it in, does the tooth start sizzling?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of sediment comes to the top. It's not fun to
Whoa.
drink.
I'm still laughing at the fact that everyone is probably in a chair and Acacia's just sitting there.
just a horse at the table.
Yeah,
Yes,
to be
literally.
fair, Scarlet would have made sure that you had comfortable like seating things and anything that you would needed to
Whose horse
be
is that?
over. Whether that's like a little like cushion pad for you
Like
to
the
like
blanket.
sit on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Just what,
blanket.
whatever occasion needed.
I'm sorry, I haven't even started drinking, and I'm genuinely about to cry thinking about how cute baby Connery would be.
Yes. Yes.
Just his little paws. Just
Okay,
sloping.
but realistically, baby Connery is probably just covered in someone else's blood.
I mean,
just
honestly.
giggling.
Yeah.
I did a moira.
Oh.
Oh, he's
rude.
got like the baby Scottish accent too, where it's just
Oh, the babies with the Scottish accents are so good.
Ugh.
Anyway,
Anyway.
after
anyway.
all of that, Connery goes, well, none of that being the actual first question. The first question, to start out nice and easy, to ease us into that sort of thing. What is your name? And he looks over to Acacia. What is your name?
Acacia.
Is that your full name?
Yes.
Follow-up questions for Acacia. Very well. Looks over to Scarlet. What is your name?
I'm not about to start this game out with a lie. So my name is Dianthe.
Oh, it's pretty.
My mother told it to me when I was at Red Tide.
Follow-up questions for Dianthe.
No, you
Would you-
can't use it. Please don't call me that, Connery.
I was literally just going to ask, do you still want us to use Scarlet?
Please.
Okay.
Please.
Looks over to Marcus. Marcus Ash. Full name.
Was the ash part intentional because you're a fire genasi?
I did not originally have a last name. My family was not affluent enough to have one. We could not afford one, as it were. So I gave it to myself, or I believe it might have been attributed to me, but I didn't mind it, so I took it.
Literally just two walking puns.
So intentional.
Wait,
Yes.
how is
Yeah,
Marcus a
semi-intentional.
pun? Oh no, do I have to drink? Was that a... No, that's... I take it back. I don't even know who I was asking.
It's the first round, Winnie. You'll just going to have to contain yourself a little bit. All
Okay,
right,
I just don't understand puns, I guess.
Is little Jeffrey playing?
Oh, yes.
So
Yes, he is.
just like
He's at least there. I don't know if he's like...
a
He
cat
can't
at the
technically
table.
drink.
Yes, he...
It just goes
He's a
into the bag of holding.
construct.
It
Found
just
a
goes in
little
the bag
a
of
cup of
holding.
motor oil.
My, my favorite thing for him is to just like slowly raise his head and like eyes above the table level and then just like loiter and then like try and grab something maybe.
Is he
Yeah.
You just
literally,
want
like,
a cat.
jazzing?
You just want a cat.
He
That's-
is just like a little cat shark.
I should note, Sorona's probably definitely around.
Oh yeah.
Verona
best
comes off
baby
the
girl.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Serona flew over, smelled the glass, and then has just been missing ever since. It's just
Mm-mm.
Yeah, as it please him, I guess. Like he is there until he's not. And then he is back again.
Jeffrey's just has a full person chair, is just like peeking over the top.
Kicking his legs.
Yeah. Jeffrey, come a little. And then Connery looks to Proximus. Name.
Proximus of the Nalos.
Follow-up questions for Proximus. Very well. I am Connery of the Black Sun Pride.
That sounds really cool. That is not even a question. It's just a statement.
That's correct. Well done, you all have figured this out.
No,
Wait, no, but do you have to drink because that was an improperly timed answer? Because you skipped me.
I did
Oh,
skip you.
right.
I'm so sorry. It's because I had written you so much lower that you weren't part of everybody else. So
the disrespect.
You got
I'm
to
sorry. You
little
rolled a
Jeffrey
1.
before me.
You rolled a 1. I'm sorry, Winnie. You'd been talking so much, I forgot.
Jeffrey went instead of you.
My critical loss means that my critical fail means I can't play.
You're just invisible now.
That would be the worst for Winnie, though.
It would.
Oh, and
She
Winnie,
would
if
be
your
like,
if
"I
your
wanna
chaser is
play."
the tonic of the Havoc's tonic of chaos, that's just Winnie's chaser. Is to don't please don't. This is it's a game out of time and space, so I guess this would be the time.
To add tonic to the mix.
Oh yeah, where it's just randomly in there.
Scarlett's not gonna let you. She's gonna absolutely not. First week in new house, no.
Yeah, without full party consent, I don't think we're gonna fireball Scarlett's new home.
No.
I'm sorry, Winnie. Name.
Weenie, or Winora, Evandriel. Like, what part of my, like, full, Winora, Winnie, Evandriel.
Fantastic.
I can't
Right.
take credit. It was me, mom's.
Well, and then Jeffrey, and then Conrad.
Yeah, that makes
All
sense.
right. All right. Easy enough. No drinks yet. Have you ever been given a nickname? And what was that nickname? Acacia.
Yes. When I was younger, I've been called Little Ram, Goat, Kid.
You explain the goat part?
So you know when you're running really fast and you can't stop yourself, you kind of run into things like
Oh.
like a goat or ram.
I
I
see.
did not stop very well when I was a kid.
That makes sense, actually.
I was a menace.
It's the head trauma. Yes.
So
Yeah.
cute.
Looks over to Scarlet. Nickname?
Technically, Scarlet Shores is a nickname I gave myself, and I think that counts.
What about nicknames other people have given you?
I don't have to answer that.
Marcus.
Oh.
They exist though.
Oh.
All right then. Looks over to Marcus. Yes. I'm a fire genasi on a sailing vessel, of course. I'm hothead, cinder boy. Let's see. Human torch. Those are a few of the ones I remember. And then most recently, matchstick. So that's
Scarlet's gonna snort.
What was that last one?
matchstick. Matchstick.
That's cute.
Okay.
So who's next? Is someone else? Someone else is next. I think. I'm fairly certain.
Don't want to linger too long, huh?
No, we're going to move right along. I think that's only fair to everyone else. Proximus. Nicknames.
Oh yeah. Everyone is called me Proxy. I kind of like that. But some surfaces have called me Fish Boy, and I don't like that one. And I think they're getting me confused with the Locata, actually. But anyway, yep, that's it.
Winnie,
Hold on, I have a follow-up for Proximus.
of course.
Do you like your nickname Proximo on the wanted posters?
Oh, I forgot about that one. As long as it's kind of like an alter ego now. It is like I am Proximo when I want to be, and then I'm Proxy all the rest of the time.
I like the way you
Proximus is
dragged
dark
that
passenger. Proximus is Tyler Durden is Proximo. Winnie? Nicknames?
Hi, it's me, Winnie. That's a nickname. Because
That is.
my proper name is Winora. When I was little, frogfish. That was a fun one. I think that's probably all I can remember.
Why frogfish?
Why did people
Why
call you
frogfish?
It was a little family fun thing because I was like the littlest one and I was like a little froggy swimming around anyway. Okay. It was endearing. It wasn't rude.
You've seen
Okay.
what a frogfish looks like, right?
They're cute.
Rollin is just leaving the party as he's like rubbing his eye. He's like, it's because she had a big mouth and would always stick her tongue out to grab things. It was a phase. It only lasted 20 years. She got over it.
Roland, who invited you?
He's
You
not
did, and he leaves.
wrong.
And he leaves.
Listen, it was an open house party.
He did build the house.
True.
That's true.
He's like,
He
I set a fire
contracted it. He
somewhere. Your
paid
house is
for
now
it."
warmed. You're welcome. Try to find the fire.
Oh God.
Moving on.
Moving on. Continuing with our easier questions, but to learn a little bit about each other. What is... Oh, I'm sorry. I need to answer my own question. Nicknames.
Halfway
Apologize.
through, Connery's like switching questions and then going back. Little Jeffrey is just going to Chompy, and then like bite the table. I'm sorry. I'll fix that later.
I feel like little Jeffrey's just gonna lie
Wasn't-
pretty soon just to try to drink.
It wasn't custom made or anything like that. It's fine. Just buff it out.
If we don't fix it now, it's just gonna get worse.
Little Jeffrey's like, my seat. I sit here. Jeffrey's seat.
Butt groove.
My nickname for a while there was Half Main, hence the braids and the scars and whatnot. Face Ripper for a little while. Dark Lord of the Seas. Dread Pirate. Murder Mittens.
Oh. Oh.
Are these names you gave yourself?
No, I've only heard them from other people.
Okay. Okay.
Murder mittens.
That is my one follow-up question.
Wait, why did people give you murder mittens?
Because I
He
have,
looks at his claws.
yeah, I have death beans. I think is what other people have called them.
Please don't ever call them that ever again.
That's what
Please-
other people have
please
referred to
keep
them
That
as.
doesn't mean
Calling
you
them
call
that.
them that.
Wait, you ripped faces?
I've ripped several faces.
Do you find that's the most effective use of your murder mittens?
No, but it does send a nice message.
That's fair.
Biscuits are the most efficient use of murder mittens.
I would never take that from honey. You want to talk about? Yeah, you want to talk about that face ripper?
When he looks around nervously.
Behind me, isn't she? Is she just on the table in front of you?
Real question is, did Scarlet get honey to cater? Okay, good.
Absolutely, Scarlet
Okay,
can
good.
cook.
Just go into the.
Canonically,
you don't see
that's
anything.
true.
You just see a shadow of honey and like a knife sharpening. Can you cater? Yes. Okay. All right. I apologize. To again, nice and easy, just so we know a little bit about each other. What is your favorite color?
Blue. Like a navy.
Any particular reason why?
I like it.
Respect that. Scarlet.
Oh, that changes with the tide. Now I think amber. Sure, we'll go with that.
Marcus. It's that like sea green, like the bluish green, like right after a storm on the ocean. What do you call that? Like an aquamarine, sort of. That. Pretty close to that. Hard
Just-
to put that to a palette.
A reminder for the audience: what color are Scarlet's eyes?
They are basically they change. They are it's a C. It's a turned C.
Okay, just checking.
Proximus.
I once was blue and red, so I particularly like the color combination of those combined. Purple.
So, Dominera then.
No. I mean, no.
I'm not trying to insinuate anything. I'm just saying that she is in fact purple.
Sometimes there's purple in the sheen of a black feather, if you think about it.
Also true. We'll get to that later.
Captain, quit trying to make something happen. That was very forced.
Just asking
Moving
questions,
along.
son. Moving along.
Winnie!
Red!
Winnie, what's your favorite color?
Not just because of red drink, but, like the red of a good sunset or coral. There's a lot of good reds. I don't really have an unfavorite color, really.
Scarlet.
Exactly, Scarlet.
Little Jeffrey?
Cerulean.
He's like, ultraviolet!
I can see beyond the spectrum.
I can see things you people can't even imagine.
Octarine.
Is he just like a mantis shrimp?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I punch so hard I boil water.
And Winnie's just like,
Not install that.
which he just likes to think that.
My favorite color is yellow, and that's not just because it's one of the only colors that I can see. I just think it's nice.
Wait, you can't see other colors?
I'm a Leonin. I'm red-green colorblind.
Can you not see the colors of our sails, the redemption sails?
I can see them just fine. What are you talking about? You're some sort of you came aboard when you were some sort of muddled grey hair character, and then you got really blue, and then you're going back to muddled grey, I guess.
No, the color of the sails, Connery. The color of the redemption sails.
Muddled grey.
No!
You know, I think there are some glasses that you could try if you ever wanted to see, but really, like, you see color just different. We all just see different colors.
I'm
than
so
each other.
sorry, I never knew.
What are the? I'm sorry. What are the colors of the sails?
They're like a dark purple.
Muddled grey, same thing.
No.
Scar, this is not something you can fix. You just gotta
Actually, this
accept
could
it.
be closer to gray than some other colors could
No,
be.
I'm just apologizing in advance.
cast
I would have
sea
made
color.
them. I would have made them a different color.
I don't mind. I don't need to look at the sails and think they're pretty. I just need them to work and convey us across the ocean.
Well, they work because they're ever full sails. You're welcome. I bought them.
Oh, you're welcome for the ship and everything. Didn't have to come back for your asses. Just gonna play that game.
Anyway,
What's your favorite food?
there is a porridge that the herds make back on Soteria, made with like a bunch of dried fruits and honey, and it's very good on a chill morning.
Garlic.
Chocolate covered strawberries with a sprinkle of sea salt, but it has to be dark chocolate. Any other things, it doesn't get I guess hard enough. Maybe, I don't know. Has to be dark chocolate.
Acacia takes a sip of her drink.
Oh.
Do you like it better when they're fed to you?
It helps.
I give Marcus a wink. Intent.
Being on. Oh, yeah. No, got it. Thank you. One of my favorite meals was something that I actually had back before I ever sailed. It's been a long time since I've had anybody who knew how to make it. But it was this quail roast that my mother used to make with these dragon peppers, because even as a kid, I like things spicy, go figure. And I miss it a little bit. It's hard to prepare something like that at sea and actually have it taste half decent. Proximus, I have nothing else to add to that.
A giant octopus is very good, especially the chewy tentacles. You can, they're very delicious snacks. It wasn't until I got to the surface that I had cooked food. So right now, my favorite surfacer food is Honey's gristle. She likes to throw it away. She gets very mad when it happens, but I just check all of her cooking pans. And I've asked her before, can you cook me some gristle? And then she got really mad at me. I don't know why, but I have not asked since. It's just the little black parts that are very crunchy.
Mallory looks across the table and goes, "You're the one that's been eating my gristle?
Oh, you like the gristle too, Captain?
That's my favorite food."
Is that why she got mad at me?
Yes.
There are
Oh.
2 ships. We can supply both needs.
We have enough gristle.
Simmer down.
We only have one honey.
Astrid cooks fine.
I guess I've never tried any other gristle, just the one that Honey makes. So,
I'm sure Astrid will happily give you hers.
You need to expand your gristle horizons.
We could have a little gristle competition.
ooh.
Gross.
No.
No.
I love how everyone's horrified, but Proximus is like,
We'll be hard pressed to find a judge. Proximus is the only judge. All are great. I will take all of them. Winnie.
My mums make a amazing fish wrap. And there's just the right amount of spice and the right amount of like shredded cabbages. And I think it's like a little bit of whatever the fantasy equivalent of cayenne pepper might be, which is also red. Just a coincidence. I'm just throwing that in there, unrelatedly. And I think the secret is a little bit of honey, lowercase h honey, not like chef honey. But I haven't made it myself, so I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. But they're very good. What?
I was waiting for you to stop talking.
Well, you kept giving me space to talk.
I know.
I'm gonna
just like
fill it.
I give it 2 beats and then okay, I should give it 1 beat. Does anyone have any follow-ups for Winnie before she adds something else?
Cumin.
Damn it.
Scarlet.
Little Jeffrey, do you have a favorite food?
Chocolate-covered strawberries.
Oh, you already said Scarlet. I don't know why I thought Scarlet didn't go. My B.
He's just Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell.
I nudge my drink towards little Jeffrey. Not the drink, my drink.
Well, for me, the gristle is pretty good. It's not my absolute favorite. Back on Gondola, that was something that, the few meals I had with honey before we took to the seas was this roasted elephant. It was the first time I knew she could cook. And it's hard to prepare a large animal like that, where it's not just gamey and tough, but so I knew she'd make a great chef someday. And the way she brought that thing down, just... Anyway.
Follow up.
Yes.
What the hell's an elephant?
Have you ever met a loxodon?
No.
Oh, alright.
I don't think I have I, Derek?
I leave that up to you.
I don't think I have.
Yeah. So they're... well, you met the mammoths up in with the Goliaths.
Yes.
That, a lot less fur, and they're covered in this grey skin, big tusks, a little bit smaller than a mammoth, and a long nose that they use to pick things up, and they're all over Gondola, and yeah, we eat them.
Okay.
Beads of Pride for a couple of weeks. What is your favorite smell?
You know, when you're on land and you're pretty far, not far inland, but you're not like beachside, and you get that nice breeze from the sea of that salt in the ocean. That.
Scarlet.
You know that smell right before it storms? Not just rain, but storms. There's like a metallic tinge to it that the air kind of just carries around you. That's it. And Scarlet will reach for the drink in the center of the table and drink it.
Okay. Is this Scarlet's second drink?
First.
When he's saying second.
It's the first one.
Nope. You refuse to answer.
I've answered everything.
Oh, the follow-up questions we do not
They
have
don't
All
count.
questions
Take a
don't have to
drink.
answer.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first one.
Yes, you are only required to answer the primary question. The follow-up question does not require
Was
an
the
answer.
follow-up to the nickname?
Yes.
I think so, yes.
Okay.
No, it was the...
No, because it was definitely the nickname
It
question.
was the nicknames.
I thought it was the primary one though, because you were leaving one out intentionally. So I guess it was the full truth.
Yeah, there's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But
Yeah.
Scarlet still did answer truthfully. It was not the whole truth. But,
Yeah. Okay.
Lying by omission is not lying in this game.
I mean, it still is, but it's fine.
Shut up.
I think it was in the
Literally
game.
says that
Actually,
rule.
reading the rules, it said
Yeah, it literally
omission.
says a lie by omission is still a lie.
And I only only marked it because you had explicitly said, like, I'm not going to answer that, and then you took a
Right.
drink, so I was like, oh, okay, that's a...
That was just Kayla
go
being
for
a
it.
smart ass.
Marcus kind of looks at Scarlet and goes, "Oh, you took mine. Well, in that case, I like when you're just far enough from shore that you can smell, especially at night, when you can smell the campfires that are coming from the beach, and you get that smoke and salt, and you know you're almost home. Wherever home might be for that night. That's one of my favorites." Proximus.
When I was underwater, it wasn't like an innate smell. It was more like taste. So when I came to the surface, it was a little overwhelming, all of the different smells. But I particularly like the smell of trees and flowers, wood, because foliage underneath the water doesn't have a smell.
What's your favorite flower so far?
Any
The one
flower.
that
All of
the
them.
one that Winnie gave me.
Think
Yeah,
of a flower.
Think of a flower. The one that Winnie gave me, and then I don't. Michael doesn't remember the name. Proximus would.
It's black tongue.
Yeah, that's it.
For Proximus's goth face. Winnie.
Kind of along those lines, there's a little white flower, that grows on a vine kind of, along the equator, which is what I assume we still call it. It usually blooms kind of later in the evening, and it just perfumes the night, and it's just really nice to like sit on a beach, and you've got this really nice smell. Yeah. Yep.
Little Jeffrey, do you have a favorite spell?
I can't smell.
Can you even
That was
smell?
my question. Yeah.
Yeah. Error. Mother.
404 arrow just pops across his eyeballs.
Existential crisis.
Yeah, 404, sensory organ not found.
He just starts dabbing and won't stop.
Shut him down. Shut him down.
He's dabbing too hard.
Oh.
That's his next mixtape, Dabbing to Oblivion.
I think he tries to like reach for the glass with the tooth in it, and I just kind of like push it a little bit further away from him. Doesn't count.
No.
I have two favorite smells. One of them is the smell of blood lilies, which used to be all over my home, and the way that the wind would catch them through the hills. It's very nice, but that's been a very long time. And my second favorite smell is that of gunpowder. I really like the way it stings.
So, like, the smell of the cannons going off.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Okay.
Smells like victory. Getting a little bit heavier. What are you best at?
Well, besides the obvious, I'm pretty good at my previous job, stealing, thieving, sneaking around, but I feel like that's a cop-out, especially since this is supposed to be a get-to-know-you game, you know. So I'm not going to say that. But when I used to do it before, adventuring with all y'all, I used to be pretty damn good at macrame.
Respectful art. Scarlet.
I am best at acting like I know what I'm doing.
Got us fooled every day.
Huh. I'm not sure if I'm going to accept that as an answer to the question.
It's a perfectly good answer, Connery.
Sort of self-deprecating when you think about it.
You think I knew how to captain when I took over a ship? No. Did I act like I knew what I was doing? Absolutely. Fooled everyone on that ship.
I think that's a better answer. I'm best at sailing, I think. I've been doing it for long enough that I hope that's what I'm best at. I know my way from fore and aft. I starboard to port. I know every knot there is, and also how to measure in knots. And I don't find that confusing anymore. I've always wondered if there was something else I would be better at, but that's what I am best at. Proximus.
I was wondering if there is something that you maybe are not so best at and that you are trying to be better at.
I haven't really picked up that many hobbies lately. It's mostly just been sailing and a little bit of swashbuckling, thanks to all of you. If... You know what? This is a secondary question, so I choose not to reveal that. Thank you. But what about you, Proximus? What are you best at?
Corvus used to call it battlefield IQ. It was very good about warfare tactics and techniques and fighting strategies. But I think that now I am becoming better at carving. I carve pictures and document the memories and all of the things that inspire me. And I feel like it is my artistic outlet. I've spent too much time in my life fighting wars and hurting people. And now I want to correct that and create things instead of hurting things. So I started to carve, and I think I'm getting pretty good. And I have something specifically for Scarlet that I made as a housewarming gift. And he pulls up his haversack, and outside of the haversack, he pulls and presents a 2-foot tall carving of Corvus, a portrait.
I explicitly said no gifts.
Yeah, but you can't say no to this one.
I don't actually remember you saying that, and I know that that is a lie. I don't have to drink because this is a follow-up question. I paid attention to the rules. And he's very proud of himself.
Say thank you, Scarlet.
Thank you, Scarlet.
That's good.
Yeah, on brand.
Yep.
This is so awkward. I need to know where Scarlet is going to put this. That is both socially acceptable and like not the most awkward thing. living with Marcus.
Here's a picture of your
No.
ex.
No.
Yeah.
Can we please take
I
the
made the
2 foot
statue of your ex for you.
So-
Here you
Can we
go.
Please
Here's
turn
some-
the statue of your ex away from the bed, please.
Yeah. This isn't
So-
like a studio apartment, right? Like this is a full-on
This is
house.
a
I
full-on
don't like it in the
house.
bathroom, if I'm being honest.
So, for those who don't know, Scarlet was very good at tending to gardens on the fen. Was very good at tending to the poisonous gardens on the fen. So she has since built those gardens at her own house as well. And the plan was to build out a shrine in the gardens to Corvus. So it's the carving of Corvus is not going to live in the house. It's going to
Just
live
be
in the
an
garden.
outside statue.
Gets his own room.
Shrine. Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Marcus throws it out the window, it's out of respect.
I do love it. I just thought it was very funny.
Also, it's made out of wood, so like Marcus, don't touch it. Because don't
Oh
burn it.
no,
please.
what happened?
Yeah. Oopsie. It's now Cinder.
Oh, absolutely did by burning
Cinder
hands.
Man strikes again.
Fine, we'll just have a carving of Prudence in the office too.
Oh, how clumsy.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Now that we're done with gifts, nobody else, please.
I brought wine.
Perfect. That's not emotional baggage.
Little Jeffrey's like horking up a set of like napkin rings. Stops mid hork.
My stomach made these.
They're just hex nuts.
Yeah, there's somewhere like the axle of a cart, the wheels keep falling off, and it's like, where the hell? Where
It's
did
like in a
those
video
go?
game like Stardew or something where you just toss some like scrap into a machine and it just spits out some sort of
Winnie.
Winnie,
Oh, is it me?
it is.
I think bringing people together. Yeah.
Asking you questions, Scarlet will raise her glass of whatever drink she's drinking alongside and just raise it to the table.
Connor.
Oh, I was just going to leave it to little Jeffrey, but we all know it's dabbing. And Jeffrey's just saying, they're like, it's calculus.
Oh, my boy.
I'm really good at math.
He's just a calculator.
I
The TI like 8,000.
I wish what I was best at was being a captain. And I don't think I'm bad at it. I just don't think that's what I'm best at. I think what I'm best at is killing. And I'm alright with that. It's a good skill to have in this world.
This isn't a question, so I don't know if it counts. But I think you are a fine captain.
Yeah, I'm gonna second that.
Yeah. Do you enjoy killing? Like, do you want more opportunities for killing?
You know the saying, if you do something you like, you'll never work a day in your life.
Oh my god, you get paid, right? Scarlet, you pay him, right?
Yes, I pay Conlery.
Okay.
I don't pay
For
myself.
captaining, you don't pay me for killing all the time.
Inherently.
That's just part of the job description if it needs to be done.
Sometimes it's in the other requirements.
10%
may arise.
other duties. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clean the bathroom, kill.
That's for the cabin
We've
boy.
all brought that up with HR before.
Yeah. Trust me, as somebody with that job, I've been told by a supervisor that, hey, it says other requirements may arise.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it. I think there's some people that get numb to it. I am not numb to it. I feel every one of them, and I don't think that's a bad thing. There is certain point where bloodlust does take over, I tend to get a little bit of enjoyment out of, depending on who I'm killing. And I appreciate the support of my captainship. Scarlet, I would say the same to you. You have made a fine captain as well. Not that that's what we're talking about.
I think you're lying through your teeth, and that's okay.
I'm not. That's my tooth. I don't mind drinking it. It belongs to me anyway.
Scarlet, you're a good captain. I
We
will
have
fight
the
you
best
if you
captains
disagree
here.
again.
Proximus is raising his hand
Yes,
and
Proximus, you have a
leans
quiet
over the
hand.
table. No, this is for a high five. You are doing a great job at both killing, I know, because you killed me before, and then also being a captain.
That was one I enjoyed just a little bit. Only because I knew you were coming back.
You gave me
Hi,
what I wanted.
hi, Paul. Pops it up there. All right, then, moving on. What are you all worst at?
I take a regular drink. I don't take a drink of the drink.
Right. Yes. Yes, you may all have a regular drink in front of you. Your particular, whether it be a health potion or not, your chaser.
It's not that 160 proof moonshine in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I am really bad. I am like the complete opposite of Winnie in the fact that I cannot retain information and study, especially from books. It is incredibly difficult.
Fair enough. Scarlet.
What am I worst at?
Yes.
Poker. And I will reach and grab the drink.
Follow-up question.
I don't drink the tooth.
Okay. Thank
Rolled a
you.
19.
There are no follow-up questions if someone
Lies.
lies, or
Oh.
yeah, if someone drinks.
Oh.
There's
Okay.
not a follow-up question. You can, I
Nice.
guess.
No
so
we can
official
ask him.
follow.
Please
No
ask
official
it, 'cause I'm
follow-up
curious.
questions. Basically.
I'm so curious what the follow-up question is, but that is part
What,
of
you
the
don't
rules
want to
of-
be vulnerable with us?
Oh, you made it personal.
The
No, it's fine.
face. Can I? Okay, it's not really a follow-up question. It's more of a comment. No, Winnie is just curious at Marcus's reaction to the drinking
Ooh.
on that question.
You know, we weren't doing rolls, but roll for insight.
I can do that. I can do that 9 times.
You only have to do it once.
Ooh.
And you can guidance yourself, right?
Jesus.
No, not today. Insight is 7 plus 17, 24.
Jesus.
Sounds about right.
Well, Marcus rolled a 19 plus 5, so also 24. So
Meet it beats.
maybe it beats.
Mm.
Marcus went to take a sip of his drink, and there's a little cough into the, just very slightly, and just the little nod, like. Yep.
Okay.
I am. I am bad at. Well, I'm not really sure. I guess I have to be bad at something. I'm probably bad at holding flammable things, I guess. I'll drink. I can't really think of anything too intense that I am necessarily bad at.
Wait. Oh no, that's a follow-up question.
You can ask a follow-up question. I don't know that I really have an answer. Like, I'm bad at
Well,
glass
no,
blowing,
but
I
it's-
guess,
it's
but I've never
kind of-
tried that.
Do you want to? I have the tools. That could be your new hobby.
You need a hobby.
Do you want to play
I-
around in a kiln? You'd probably be really good at it. You'd at least
Winnie,
be pretty safe.
I respect all of your glass blowing. I just have no interest of being near a glory hold right now. Which is what it's called.
It's the
by way.
actual term.
It
Yep.
is,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is funny because I was gonna make a mining joke, which is another glory hole term, but I want to get to my actual follow-up question, which was, it's sort of paradoxical because you say you can't hold like flammable things, but how does it work when you're like drinking alcohol? Because like that is very flammable. Do you just like have a little internal combustion going on?
Or if you need
No, I'm
to,
not-
or if you need to load a gun.
Yeah, I was
We're
actually.
not allowed to
I
have
was,
guns. I was told explicitly
of-
that Winnie
Oh.
can't have a gun.
I was
so nobody
kind
can
of
have a gun.
joking a little bit. Winnie, who told you couldn't have a gun?
I was pretty sure one of our deities, aka the GM, told me I couldn't have a gun.
Really?
Never said
voice
you
of
couldn't have a
God.
gun. Guns exist.
Is this like how I wasn't supposed to have a Loxodon and I just sort of like read too much into it?
Pretty much.
And-
like
and-
artillerists are a thing. Like, it
Brindle
didn't prevent
Kane
you from
had
being that.
one.
So what we're saying is we all need to get.
I know we have
pistols now.
cannons. I know we have
Yeah.
cannons, but like
Well,
I
you
just
have
thought,
arcane cannons, but yes, the
Yeah.
gunpowder exists. You can have a gun if you find a gun. When you can
Season
invent
4.
a gun.
Brindle
on.
Kane literally had one.
Brindle
Yeah.
Kane.
Winnie can have it
I
if
was-
she wants
Proxy.
it.
I was
with
also
it.
very confused about the Brindle Kane situation, but okay.
I know. I now
So
want
okay,
a
it was a joke, but now Winnie is like very desperate to know how like Genasi work. And she's taking
I'm
out
not
a,
literally made of fire. That was mostly a joke. Like, I don't just set things on fire by touching them. I can produce fire, and I am warm to the touch, but I'm not
Thankful
constantly
you don't
on
turn,
fire.
you don't catch things on fire when you touch them. That would be very problematic.
Yes, it would be a bit of an issue. Not
Wait.
much of a Karlak over here, if you know what I'm saying. Which is absolutely a saying that we all get now in this
Yeah.
world. That's just a thing, right?
yeah, that is in the vernacular, yes.
We all know Carlat.
Oh, what a Karlak, you know what I mean? Setting everything on fire. I guess I am...
Little Jeffrey just says, "Mommy."
For all of my...
Facts.
For all of my skills in things, one of the things I'm not great at is singing, I think. I'm not particularly... Never done it a lot, so I don't know. There's that. And... Yeah, let's leave it at that. Proximus?
Well, I think you all know that I am not the smartest of Tritons. So, like, learning languages and religions and mechanical things, all of the things that you all do is amazing to me. And, but that's why I rely on you to do that, because I'm not great at it.
What is something you want to learn, Proximus?
I also give a high five to her Proximus because that was basically almost the same answer.
100. When you said it, I was like, oh, yeah, that's
five.
what I wrote. The book learning. I don't know yet. I think a little bit is finding a new hobby, or, I don't know. I want to learn more about the Tritons in this world that aren't from where I'm from.
Would you like me to make flashcards?
Yes. With pictures?
Sure, with pictures.
Yes.
Oh, and I did think of something I'm bad at. I'm bad at riding horses. There we go. Found one.
Oh.
I just give Marcus a look with the literal
see
horse in the
horses?
room.
I mean, yeah, but like, when was the last time you actually saw, like, a horse, you know? Like, I'm on a ship all the time. There's not a lot of...
Wait, so
mean-
you're bad at horse riding because you just don't ride horses? As
I've never
opposed to,
ridden a
like-
horse. I've tried to ride a horse once. It did not go well.
Okay, so you have tried. So it's not like I'm bad at riding dragons, but I've never like even met a dragon. It's
I'm
like
terrible at riding dragons. I wish I was better.
just imagine. Anyway,
What am I imagining, Winnie?
nothing. Dragging these nuts. Anyway,
Yeah.
Statistically, I probably know some non-Nalos Tritons. if you wanted me to like, do you want to be pen pals?
Yes.
Quill pals.
Yes, of
Pens
course.
exist.
I did meet some at the ball.
That's true. There was a whole like
yeah.
kingdom there.
Yeah. I want to learn more about the history and religion and all of the things that we kind of missed out on. But I'm not good at learning that way.
I was gonna say maybe Rollin met some like really smarty Tritons at university, but they'd be people that Rollin knew well enough to recommend, and I don't know if that's who you want to talk to.
And they'd be
Um,
part of the Empire.
Yeah.
Proximus,
It's
next
the
time
other-
that we duel, I will have some facts prepared for you, so we can do a little think and stab.
That's great. I like that.
The first mates stabbing each other. It's great. Wonderful time.
It's
Seems like a
practice.
great idea.
Actually stab each other. You know that, right?
You know Connery's not a first mate, right?
No, this is Marcus.
Marcus.
Marcus is
Oh,
all
It's
right.
Marcus. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
I forgot
I
the
know
name.
it's still me. I have to be multiple people. So, Winnie, did you answer what your worst at?
I was
yet.
not asked yet.
Okay, Winnie, what are you worst at?
Oh, well, you see, she's gonna have to reach for the glass. Oh, there's things. Oh. Oh, I'm not very patient.
Oh, yeah.
Crossbow with a letter to the side of a ship.
Everybody's like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
She will take the drink for taking too long, but
That tracks.
Yeah. And then little Jeffrey will just kind of look at his lap. It's very concerning that he has a lap, but he is sitting. I can't spell so good.
I'm bad at being a real boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Can I
Jeffrey's
just say I love Eva's voice for Derek?
yeah, that's
Derek
Exactly
doing
what I
little
sound like.
Jeffrey.
Little Jeffrey.
The worst
I
game of
can't spell
telephone.
very good. See, fireball,
Oh
nothing.
my god.
Well, it's like, I should have just fed Derek like the answers for little Jeffrey, except I didn't even think about him like being part of the round, so that's on me.
Right.
And then Connery, well, what I am worst at is, I think I'm worst at being as friendly as perhaps I should to the people that I like. I've always given you all a pretty hard time, considering you are some of the people that I consider closest in this world, and I do yell at you quite a bit. And I want you to know that's because I like you. So, I should be kinder.
Being abrasive is
Captain,
part
we
of your
can work
charm.
on that together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to work on it.
You and I can work on that if you want.
We're just going to not do it at all, right?
Sure. We can say we're working on it and then not really do it.
Just go out back and smoke.
I feel like I'm nicer than you are.
I mean, you've grown
Winnie
a lot.
coughs into her red drink.
I'm nice to my crew. My
It took a
crew and
while.
my officers love me.
We both have done a lot of growing. I think you a little bit more than me.
We'll walk through that plan eventually, Connery. It's fine.
As we finish that round, let's go ahead and take a break. So stick around, folks. We'll be back shortly. Yeah, it'll be just a little bit of time. It shouldn't be very long at all because, again, this is pre-recorded.
Hello.
So stick around.
Bye.
Hey.
Oh, vast and welcome back to Horizons Call, everybody. This is a very special episode of Horizons Call, a pre-recorded episode of Tooth or Truth, a little drinking game that also doubles as a get-to-know-you kind of game. It's a character development episode with booze included. Some of us may be drinking. Some of us may not be. To quote Lil Wayne during his interview with Katie Couric, it doesn't matter what's in my cup, Miss Katie. It's my cup. So it doesn't matter what's in our cups. Go ahead and drink whatever you like. Should you want to play along, you can answer for your character as well. But this is specifically between all of the Horizons Call party plus a couple. I see I've broken a couple of my cast already with that. Fantastic. That was the plan. We are a few questions in already. The basic concept, if you are just joining us, welcome, is there is a glass of some horrific liquor at the center of a round table. A question is asked by the table leader, in this case being Connery, the Leonin captain of the Redemption, and everyone answers in a circle until it gets back to Connery, who then answers, and then the next question. If someone chooses not to answer, hesitates on an answer, or lies, they must take that drink at the center of the table, risking either drunkenness or, even worse, swallowing the tooth that is placed in the glass. A Scrimshaw Leonin fang, once belonging, well, still technically belonging, to Connery himself. You can also ask a follow-up question that can come from the table if a person does choose to answer. So that's part of it as well. So far, we've gone through what is your name? What is your nickname? Have you ever been given one? Favorite color, favorite food, favorite smell, what are you best at, what are you worst at? And now, as we begin our next round, Connery looks at you all. What is your most cherished memory? Keisha?
Okay, Keisha takes a second and then reaches forward to take a drink.
All right, then. Scarlet, what is your most cherished memory?
I have multiple, but I guess one of them being meeting my parents. I found out I was not orphaned, I was just lost.
Marcus. It was also meeting Scarlet's parents. No, I'm kidding. It was meeting Scarlet. Was not a cherished memory at the time, has become one.
Hold, please. I'm pretty sure the first words out of your mouth was, I thought you were a redhead.
I don't remember, potentially. If only I could go back and rewatch what happened. In all honesty, so that I don't have to drink, I am very thankful for that moment because it led me here to this home with you.
Even
And
if it was kind of embarrassing that we took your ship at first.
I also don't really mind that much. It was embarrassing having the captain that we did at the time. And you all took it pretty honestly.
Gently is the word you're looking for.
Acacia turned into a giant and body checked our ship. I would not call that gentle. I
That
looked
was
out
not
the
gentle.
window. I thought I was going to get eaten.
It is pretty great when you do that, though.
Horses are omnivores.
Don't think about that too much.
Yeah,
Moving
think
on.
about it.
We're not going to. Yeah, centaurs especially have to be, right? Proximus, what is your most cherished memory?
There is so many memories that we have made in the last few years, but I think I was around 4 or 5, still a little Triton toddler, and I was in a playpen. It's like a sandy little area that we keep all of our seahorses. And I remember a fully armored Corvus coming in and picking me up, telling me I could not be there anymore, and then putting me on the back of one of the seahorses. And ever since then, he was my caretaker. That is my cherished moment.
Well, Michael, you just broke the entire cast. So good night, I guess, everybody. Jesus. Any
Yeah,
follow-ups
I'm
from the
slayed.
out of the tears? Yeah. Just little baby Proximus doing his little uppies out of the
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
On a seahorse.
on a seahorse.
Oh, like on a carousel.
Yes. That's exactly.
Listen, it's called infantry for a reason. They just put a little helmet on him.
Oh,
Gave him a spear.
no. Oh no.
Corvus is like, you better come back. Smacks the seahorse.
Yes, it is.
Ugh.
Winnie, what is your most cherished memory?
Oh gosh, I couldn't pick just one of my time with all of my friends here. Cause really like every day is a treasure. Okay, not all of them. Some are really bad actually. But most of them are pretty good. So I would probably have to say, so right before Rollin like went off to university or whatever, it was a little bit before that, like probably months before that. We had, I didn't know it, but it was probably one of our like last big family dinners. And my moms were there, obviously, and me. Otherwise, it wouldn't be my memory. And Siren and Rollin, obviously, and B, maybe one of my cousins. I can't remember. Probably not. Otherwise, it wouldn't be such a good memory. And it was just really nice. Like none of us did any like major bickering. We didn't talk about like how sad we were gonna be that the family wasn't really like splitting up, but like it was gonna be big different. And sometimes change is good, but also sometimes it's sad. And we didn't really talk about that. It was just good food and good conversation and just a lot of like living in the moment, and it was really nice. And that's what I always kind of try and think of when I think of home. Also, I had a lot of dessert that night, like so much dessert. It was really good. Yeah.
Winnie, you look over. Everybody looks over to little Jeffrey expectantly that he is going to answer, to find that there is someone sitting in his seat holding him. And it is the familiar elderly figure of Mama Maddie. And maybe it gives you all a little bit of a jump as this old woman has appeared from seemingly nowhere. Hi!
I'm used to this. This is not uncommon for her.
Remind me to really check the house before we lock up for the night, please.
Yeah, we're hiding all sorts of places.
Who else is here?
That's the
Bill.
question, isn't it?
What do you mean we?
It's a town of thieves and
Thieves.
eavewalkers. This is
Yeah.
part of the tradition. You got a house warming? You better warm that house. You gotta get it all out.
Hi, Mama Maddie.
I did
Hi,
sort of
sweetheart.
briefly think that little Jeffrey turned into Mama Maddie, or like Mama Maddie, you were little Jeffrey all along, which was gonna be like a wild reveal.
He's just sitting on her lap and just
Yeah.
like doing, like he's just moving his arms a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby.
My grandma's holding him. Yeah.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Drinking game.
Oh.
So you
Back
can
in my
answer the
day.
question. You can, if you don't want to answer, you lie, you can drink and hopefully not swallow the tooth, which might not be the first time that's happened to you.
I've swallowed lots of teeth. Most of them have been mine, though.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, they come out just like corn. What's the question?
Most cherished memory.
Oh, I got one of those. I got lots of those. As long as I can remember them. I remember back when the city was just getting on its feet. Cora, that is. It was a nice time then. Simple time. Mom and Dad were happy. And I remember looking out over the fortress walls, out to the ocean, and seeing Dad's ship come in for the last time. And knowing it was going to be the last time. We didn't have a front door at that time, you see. It was going to be made out of the ship. I was really excited to have a front door so the birds would stop coming in. Okay. What about you? Well, Jeffrey just goes, the third time I died and came back.
What was the third time?
I want
It's worrisome that you have to ask.
It was before the Hydra.
Yeah.
I think it was before. Was it before I came or was it after I came?
It was after.
Okay. God, I can't. You died so many times, I can't remember.
Tell me about it.
We're gonna have to make you some better memories, because I feel like dying and rebirth should not be in that top 10.
I hope, as with the part of the recaps is like keeping track of all of Jeffrey's deaths.
It's gonna just need a counter on the screen that just pops up when he takes a hit.
We have so many counters. We need
We have the
another one.
eyebrow counting. We have Jeffrey dying counting. It's fine.
I like when the
Perfect.
light breaks through the void. I worry the time that it doesn't.
Anyway, I think we should skip the rest of Jeffrey's answer.
Aw. That's fair.
Hey, how many more of these questions are gonna be crushingly existential?
That's a
Just
good
really all of
question.
them.
All the rest of them.
Yeah.
All right, my most cherished memory is the first time that I met Callisto Everhart. I was looking for a way off my island, and she was willing to take a chance on someone. And I'll always owe her for that. Take a chance on a Leonin and a Knoll who had only ever seen the sea and never sailed on it before.
I think
Changed my life.
I think Callisto took a chance on a lot. And I think we have every right to cheers to her. So, this one's to Callisto.
Right then. What's your most embarrassing memory?
You all might have heard this one before, but I know some folks haven't. Because, you know, my dad, especially Curio, they're so proud of me and everything, right? When I was still pretty young, and I would have hated it if they told this when I was like in my teens, but when they were teaching me how to use knives and getting ready to join, like, you know, put in an application for the Eve Walkers, I've stabbed myself in the butt multiple times.
There's just uncontrollable laughter.
Yes. Like 10 years ago, I would have been so embarrassed, but now it's just fucking funny. I'm sure if you move some of the
my
hair, you
gosh.
can.
I was just
You-
gonna ask if you have scars.
Yeah, I'm sure if you move some of the hair, you could see the scars still.
The worst cutie mark.
The worst cutie mark.
Oh.
Yeah, it happened a couple times.
Oh my god. That was so good.
Updating art currently.
So many knives.
Must
to
have
application.
scars.
Yeah. What about you, Scarlett? What's your most embarrassing memory?
Oh no, This is very good in a very terrible way. It was back on the Fen, and it was shortly after Corvus had come to Serviula. In the early days, we were at each other's throat the entire time. We hated each other. He just knew. He's very, very good at getting under my skin. I don't know if it was to earn Eula's favor or not, but we were arguing one day out on the docks, and I went to have the last word and prove my point, and I walked away. And my foot fell through one of the rotted planks, and I got stuck. And I stayed there for an hour because I refused to ask for help. And he just sat there watching me for the entire time. The entire time! And eventually I gave in because I was tired of being stuck there, but alas, here we are.
Did Corvus help you out?
Yeah, I eventually asked. I was not happy about it.
So did he do the thing where he crosses his arms and then raises his eyebrows and just watches you do it?
The
Or was it-
entire time!
Yes.
The entire time!
That sounds
I
about right. Yes.
Granted, I sat there giving him the most awful glare the entire time, but it was fine. It's fine. It's great.
Marcus, are there any follow-up questions in addition to that? Fair enough. Marcus. A couple of times when I was cabin boy and also older, one of the most embarrassing times was when I tied the wrong sheep shank and then forgot about it and then stepped in it only to find the rope tightened with the sails and I was hoisted aloft and there was no one else on the top deck because it was night, so I slept upside down for just about 8 hours. I was a lot of blood to the head.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
Like a lantern, right?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yes, I was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, also, speaking of that, when I was just a cabin boy serving on the Imperial ship, they did call me Lighthouse, and they tied me to the bowsprit.
Another reason
And-
to kill the Nereans. Let's go.
And
I
they
have
made
a
me
whole
make-
list. It's fine.
Add to it.
Yes.
They made me turn from left to right and make lighthouse noises.
What are lighthouse
Reason number
noises?
487.
Like a lighthouse horn, like
Like a foghorn?
kind of, yes.
Oh,
I feel
no,
very bad for
Marcus.
him.
We're gonna kill.
Yes.
Sweetheart, I'm so sorry.
Who was the
for
captain of
laughing.
the ship? I want answers.
Oh, he's very dead now, but that's yes.
That's good, because if not, I was gonna kill him for you.
Anyway, moving on. Proximus, what is your most embarrassing moment?
So this is a very fish boy moment. I was captured by a net.
Oh, same. It's
You're
fine.
welcome. You're right. So I.
Oh, you know the same
was-
person?
Annette. Yes,
Ah.
very good. It was a late night, and I was visiting too close to the surface of the mid seas, and was captured and brought upon a fishing vessel, and thrown in a hole. But this was the first time that I met a Leonin. His name was Lucky, and he was a sorcerer. And with our powers combined, we were able to free the captive, and escaped. So it was kind of an adventure. But actually, the first time that I came to the surface wasn't the first time that I came to the surface, because I was brought to the surface before.
So your service day isn't actually your service day? We don't actually share one?
We've been bamboozled?
Well,
I
see,
thought we shared something special.
How many drinks have you had so far, Scarlet?
Ew, I'm just joking.
Never seen you so passionate.
It was the first time that I came to the surface upon my own volition. Does that count?
No, because I was not provided the service to my own volition. I was dragged up by a net.
You know her too.
Unfortunately, apparently.
Proximus is like, no, I was a surface virgin because it was only a net that broke. Right? See, that's just the kind of thing I'm talking about. We didn't know that before. And also, I'm not the first Leonin you met, which is
No.
interesting. All right, then. I don't think I know a Lucky.
That might not be his real name either.
Sure. Winnie, what is your most embarrassing memory? Or would you like to risk the tooth?
Oh, I mean, there was that one time at school when everyone called me like Manatee Girl, and pointed and laughed and stuff. She risks the tooth. Also, I did roll on my last drink, and I did not drink the tooth.
Is this your second drink?
Yep.
Okay.
I just realized that I'm using the die that has the mug where the 20 is. I also did not drink the tooth this time.
Five and below. How's everyone doing intoxication wise?
Had one drink.
Like in real life? Because
Also,
I had a
yes.
Teleboy.
Okay.
I did not update.
Oh,
mine.
nice. Okay. Yes, and Michael's scale. How is Michael doing?
Michael's fine. Feeling real good.
It's a con saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. If you have half of your con modifier plus 1 in drinks, round it up.
I do have an important question.
Yeah.
We have a paladin at the party.
No.
For save.
It's true.
Does that count for this game?
Does lay on hands work in this aspect?
Oh no! My aura.
Your
Yeah.
aura.
It's a +5 to everybody's saving throw.
Oh my god, that's right.
Nobody's
It's 'cause
getting drunk.
it's just on, right? Like that's
Yeah.
not a.
Yeah.
It's just me. Yeah, it's
And-
a passive.
Yes, to Kayla's point, lay on hands, what is it, like 10 points can be, or 5 points can be used to cure poison? That's exactly
Yes.
what alcohol is.
But the real
Yes.
question is, are we getting Proxy's bonus?
Yeah. I don't
Okay,
think you can
cool.
turn it off.
That's
I
hilarious. Quick
Yeah, you can also use
question.
lesser restoration to cure alcohol. Yes, Winnie.
Ooh, can I?
Yeah,
Oh.
that cures poisons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of poisons, as a mediocre disciple of, I almost said half.
Not half.
Hansieth.
And Sith, yes, you go on Easter and Christmas. Yeah, absolutely.
In 3 seasons, I have been at least twice. So, can I get a like read on what this beverage, just like by scent and now taste, like what its origin was supposed to be?
Yeah, what
I
does
know-
it taste like?
I know it's like straight up moonshine, but like, was it supposed to be a rum, or like, is it, you know?
You can always ask Connery, but it's hard to tell besides like burning. Like there's not a flavor to this. Like if I wouldn't suggest drinking Drano, but you all kind of have. Like you feel a cleaning sensation. In the way like drinking a gelatinous cube might be cleaning
You
as
don't
it
do
burns
that.
its way down.
Okay,
You shouldn't.
as someone who has had white lightning for real in real life, because I lived right outside of Franklin County,
I
Virginia.
was just gonna say, is this a regional thing?
It hurts so bad.
Good stuff.
No,
When
it's
you get that
not.
good moonshine.
If you
Not
ever
the stuff you get at like
moonshine. Yeah.
yeah,
if you
not the
ever
stuff you
need
get
to
at
be
Pigeon
cleared of your
Forge.
sins,
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I used to work for a place that, didn't distill alcohol, but we got alcohol, like sold the pharma and stuff. I never drank it. It was always the production folks. They've tried the 190 proof alcohol.
Oh no.
And went blind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good time.
Yeah,
They
if you
did
stop
not go
seeing
blind,
color
but they
My
said
light
it.
flashed before my eyes.
They said the sugar cane alcohol tasted like shit.
I am
Yeah,
you-
sure.
You do it right, it's
Nothing
made
that
from
high
corn.
tastes good.
No, the
Yeah.
sugar cane, not the corn. The sugar cane.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you got
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
the good stuff. That's corn liquor.
Yeah,
No,
that-
yeah.
that-
If
the other stuff is corn.
if you stop seeing color for a second, you know it's doing right. I know the Lord Jesus Christ ain't my savior because if he was really trying to clean my sins, his blood wouldn't be wine; it'd be straight moonshine.
I understand why they call it white lightning. Because that is all you see is white.
Yes, yes.
Get that shit right out of the tub. Yeehaw.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wee.
yeah. This ain't pigeon forward shit that you get just walking along right next to Ripley's. Believe it or not, no, this is some real shit that you got to go
Not
out
the-
there, talk to a
not the
man with three
retail
teeth
level.
named Greg, and hope that he's selling you something that ain't going to end your life.
This is when you leave money on a doorstep and hope to God you have a mason jar outside your door the next day.
Yeah.
it if it comes in a brown paper bag, that's just fancy.
Winnie is
Where
going
did I
to...
meet G-Reg at?
Winnie is before she sips her second drink then going to offer a little prayer, having experienced it the first time around, which might be why she nat 20s that, but yeah.
So Connery, would you ask Connery, because he does kind of notice you like getting the bouquet of this thing.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I would.
Winnie, are you curious what you're drinking?
I mean, if it's not impolite to ask, I do have some questions.
Oh no, this is one of my
Wait,
finest reserves.
Okay, it doesn't like count against me though, right? Like this
It
isn't
does not.
Okay.
Please define finest.
I've been holding on to this for quite some time, and this was made by some of the most how do I want to put this? Well, some of the darkest Knoll necromancers that I knew back on Gondola.
I'm going to ignore that
What?
part and I'm going to continue
Um,
playing the game.
No, real quick cultural question. Does necromancy mean something different for gnolls than like the general definition?
Don't believe so. This is, I mean, if you want to talk to the dead, you drink enough this, you're going to.
Really?
Yeah, you'll be
Yes.
joining them.
Oh. Oh. She looks at little Jeffrey and pushes it like when she sets it back down on the table, she pushes it like a little bit further away from him again.
It's made by only the 4 Knoll shaman necromancers who have gone close to the void and lost partially their sanity in doing so. Thereby we call it for local.
Derek, I hate you.
I'm absolutely kidding.
So,
I just wanted to get that joke out there.
I am so upset.
I'm just kidding.
Gosh.
It is in fact a Knoll liqueur. It is called
You know,
Sorry.
I didn't even see it coming.
No, that's why I'm I'm
That's
disappointed
what
in
hurts
myself.
so bad. Yeah.
I'm disappointed in Derek. Disappointed in this whole table for reasons I can't explain.
Didn't do anything.
No, but you were here.
I'll admit that this was my idea, so I'll take the blame for that.
We enabled this situation to lead to this moment, I guess, is...
Oh.
It's technically
Good night, folks.
a liquor called Knoll Black Bitters or Cream Bitters, depending on whether you put milk in it or not. And I
Okay.
would not recommend that.
Do they realize that bitters is sort of a generous term? Because...
It's a translation. It's the closest you get.
Is it just like a scream sob in... Anyway, moving on. Little Jeffrey. I don't think little Jeffrey feels embarrassment. That's not really fair. Is Mama Maddie still there when I turn to address little Jeffrey?
She is. Just smiling at you.
Mama Maddie?
Oh, is it my turn? Okay.
You want
my
to keep
most-
playing?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do another round. The most embarrassing memory. Well, I don't remember how old I am, and I shit myself every now and then, so that's probably up there. Yep, getting old sucks.
You're still gonna outlive a lot of us.
Probably. Knowing all of you going out there and your little escapades and whatnot. Connery just goes right for the drink. It's my first one, and none of you get to know. So
Unfortunate.
The paladin
I
urge
feel like I
to
have
cast
been
divine
robbed
sense.
of something. I told you mine.
Is it that you purr?
I don't.
I mean, that's not really a secret, is it?
But it would
Is
be
it-
embarrassing for big tough Leonin Captain.
Is
to
it
purr.
the whole red ring thing instead of blood on your coat?
So it seems you all know already, so why should I add to that?
Oh, I was just guessing.
Yeah, all right then.
Glad to know I have confirmed that you purr.
Well, you would know that if any of you actually made me happy from time to time, and what consummate disappointments.
Rude.
Oh
I
well.
thought we were trying to be nicer. Hmm?
When he's not
You didn't
gonna
say it was
s-
starting
Oops.
tonight.
Yeah. Oops.
Whoopsie doodles. Messed up, I suppose.
Winnie's not gonna say it to the table, but she is gonna smile and like continue her like sketching. Because he has purred for her once
Mm-hmm.
for like 2 seconds
And a hug.
and a hug.
Yeah.
All right.
Also a death threat at the same
Also a
time.
death threat. Yeah, the best of gifts.
Yeah, but that's normal.
Next question. What do you want more than anything in the world?
You know, happiness, some cool shit, not dying, and go forward to take a drink of the
Mm-hmm.
crappy tasting stuff. I'm good.
I will note, like, Connery refills out of the flask after every attack.
Yep.
Scarlet?
I will look around to my new house. I have everything I could ever want. And I will reach for the glass and drink.
So that puts her at drunk, right?
Yeah, I think so. I wrote a 19.
Well, but it's
You didn't
you're
swallow
drunk.
the tooth, but you're
Drunk
drank
is
4
at half
drinks.
your constitution plus 1.
Well, drunk is... You
Once
no,
roll
you
you
start
to be
rolling
drunk.
at that point.
I have to
Yes.
save at the 10, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's,
didn't
it's a
have
DC...
to-
It's a DC 10, but if you get past your modifier plus 1, then you are automatically drunk.
Oh, well then Scarlet's drunk.
Right.
Okay.
Because you're
But I rolled a 19
I
to
thought
save
we
against the
decided is
tooth,
that when you
so.
hit it, you're
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah.
So
Modifier plus 1, when you hit that, you're drunk.
Oh,
So-
oh.
We're
I
gonna
saved,
swap
I,
drinks.
I
4
saved
already?
against it. And then I'm not drinking the tooth, so
Okay.
Did you drink
Almost.
4 already?
almost no.
Oh, you have to
Three.
save
You-
against drunkenness. Okay.
Correct.
Three.
You have
So
to save
you're-
against
you're-
drunkenness until you hit the number that is
Right.
your modifier.
So you're
plus
not
1.
drunk yet because you saved.
No, I just saved against it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Mark
wait,
resistant.
real
Yes.
quick. The
Okay.
cruelty of creating a drinking game where you have to do math the more you drink. Can we just take a quick moment?
bad call. Sorry.
Delightful game.
I think there's a
that's the whole
reason
point.
that
People
Saving
forget.
Face didn't do rolls for this. Again, we can take rolls out of this whenever you want, and you can all start acting sloppy whenever you like.
I think it's fun. I just also think it's funny.
Marcus's turn. I think the thing that I want more than anything in the world, that is the question. Yes, what do you want more than anything in the world? I would like to have the privilege to stop sailing someday, to retire, and never go to sea again. And he looks over at Mama Maddie. It sounds like that's something your family did, and I would very much like for that to be my fate. Proximus?
Oh, I didn't know that you were done yet. I really the thing that what is it again? I want you all to be safe. That is all. And then he reaches over and grabs the drink, and
There's cheering from Acacia. You finally had your first drink.
yes, Hmm.
Oh, it's just, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Winnie, what do you want more than anything in the world?
Um, the okay, this isn't a lie. This one's actually true. The safety, happiness, and well-being of my friends and family. And she's just gonna make a little face at Proximus, and just
and Scarlet's like,
and Scarlet
Yeah.
sip her red drink like.
Mine wasn't a lie, but it wasn't.
But you
know,
drink.
the full truth either.
Okay. Oh, you're actually playing by the rules. Okay.
Scarlet answered the nickname question.
But lied by omission. Oh. No, I told the truth. I almost rolled.
You said your regular drink.
Yeah, but I was gonna roll for the tooth, and if I found a tooth in my red drink, I was gonna be very upset.
Connor's like, I had to put it somewhere. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Just going around, just dropping teeth in everybody's drinks.
It's like the bay leaf in a stew, like, brings you luck.
It's for flavor.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that was my other question about the drink. Is what is the scrimshaw design on his tooth?
So it's mostly, it's
Ooh.
not like an actual like picture because the tooth isn't big enough. Like it's not like a whale tooth.
It's
where
a
you can
fangly
carve, like, an
dangly.
actual- It is it's
He's a big
Leonin
boy.
fangly dangly. It mostly has Leonin script on it, along with like some tribal symbols from his pride.
I like it.
Okay. Thanks. Who's next?
You?
Is
Or Mama Maddie is still here.
yeah.
Look over and Mama Maddie's just gone. It's just Jeffrey again. And you just, as you look to the front door, there's just like she's just flipping the bird. She's like, I'm tired as hell.
Good night.
I think instead of answering, little Jeffrey is just gonna chomp on the table again,
Jeffrey,
and then he's gonna growl at Scarlet.
just bop his nose.
He'll let go and he'll do that like soft little like grumble. Hey.
That wipes his face, does a little Three Stooges act. What do I want more than anything in the world? I would like
Hesitating.
to.
Take a
I'm
drink.
thinking of how to word it. I will happily drink, but what I would like more than anything in the world is to die gloriously in battle and have my bones returned to my homeland to join those who came before me.
If you die before me, I promise it'll happen.
Here, here.
Here.
Easier said than done. There's not a lot of not really those who would let you put my bones back there.
I am very sneaky.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're very good at sneaky, stupid things. Not that
That's literally all we do, you know.
yeah.
You have my word.
Valid.
Risky bad ideas. That's us.
He takes a drink, like tooth in his mouth, refills it, spits it back like to the center of the table, plops back into the glass.
How did it get
Sanitized.
worse? That's not how that works.
I've done this before.
Where's Constance? I feel like she would have something to say about this.
She's not here. None of our surgeons are here.
Don't worry, I'll call for medic if any of you happen to swallow it.
Well, it's the rest of the drink is okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I just let it. If I swallow, I just let it digest in one of my stomachs.
Yeah, teeth
Not
don't
going
digest.
back.
What, one?
One of how many
of?
you have?
2?
To be fair, I don't ask a lot about your anatomy because I feel like it's disrespectful, but one of?
I have 2 stomachs. And 2 sets of lungs and 2 hearts.
Have none of you ever cut open a centaur before?
No, I haven't.
No.
Have you?
Never needed to. No.
I only have 1 set of intestines.
I dropped out of college. Was there a centaur dissection day? That seems
They
weird.
ran out of frogs.
It was
Oh,
one or
thank
the
goodness
other.
we have this centaur storage.
It's so terrible. Oh yeah, you'll make a face at that, but you'll eat octopi, whatever.
It's
Aqua's
calamari.
delicious.
It's
It is
Tasty
delicious.
rubber bands.
I had to look it up. It's actually a beast in D&D. So
It is.
there.
Okay,
This
look up
giant
how
octopus is a
smart they
thing.
are in real life. That's
That really is smart.
I'm not. I'm not playing this game in real life.
Listen, I just said calamari with a Scottish accent, which I was dreading, and let's just move on. Calamari. What
That's
is
really
your
good.
worst fear?
Oh.
Derek's
I guess I-
saying calamari with a Scottish accent.
I guess I have 2 fears now. The first one, I was originally not going to tell anybody, but most of y'all have already seen it in actions, but I'm a little claustrophobic. Just a little bit. The other one is, big, creepy sky monster daddy thing in the sky.
I have a follow-up. I'm sorry, a what?
I don't have to answer the follow-ups if I don't want to.
That's unfortunate,
Uh,
but true.
Can I answer
You don't
it
wanna
for
Captain,
know.
we will
I-
we will fill you in when you need
Can
to
I
know.
answer? Can I
It's
answer
a
it
fear of
for
small
you?
spaces.
He meant the second one, not the first one, Winnie.
Fuck off. Scarlet, what is your worst fear?
I feel like I've lived it, but I think my biggest fear is losing all of this. Losing everything I've built for myself.
They're gonna have to pull it out of your cold dead hands.
Cold dead hands.
All of our
I-
cold dead hands.
I would personally not like to even speak it into the world so much that it is something that I fear. So I will drink.
Fair.
Proximus, what are you scared of?
I.
He's just pointing at himself. You're scared of me.
I've been done that. Well, not like that, but my fear.
That question's coming later, don't you worry.
It's gonna sound corny, but leaving this world without showing my people that there's a vast world that they can enjoy, and that they have missed for far too long.
Winnie, what's your worst fear?
Losing my friends and my family, or my family. My friends are family. So kind of same, I guess. But really, like, yeah, Acacia had some good points about, yeah. I'm gonna have to think on that one a little bit more. They're kind of connected, I suppose.
Jeffrey's just like, I've seen the void. I fear nothing. Wait, no. I feel like I should fear something. It feels like it's been taken from me.
Oh.
bag something.
Oh.
Oh, hey, little Jeff. Look, is that Serena?
Hi. It is Kitty.
Poor Sarona.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
Goes flying off. He goes flying off after her.
Thank God.
My princess. I'm sorry.
My worst fear is a cage where I never get to see the sky ever again.
I did think you were about to say acacia.
No,
No.
you're fine. You can.
Yeah.
You're only in some of my nightmares, not all of them. No, it's not a claustrophobia sort of thing. Although I absolutely see where they're coming from on that. No, it's being thrown in a hole where you're never going to see the light of day ever again, and it's just that's that.
I get you.
There's places like that where they throw people like me, and I would die sooner than be thrown into one of those. So, all right, getting heavier. When was the last time you cried?
Bold of all of you to assume that centaurs have tear ducts, and I will take a drink. Centaurs don't have tear ducts.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm
Scarlet.
good. I think I'm good.
I think the last time I cried was when Marcus showed up at Red Tide with Cross's Mercy.
The last time that I cried was when I lost my captain. Captain Cross. When Captain Cross was killed, I had 5 minutes and used those poorly to cry. I haven't had much of an opportunity since. Proximus.
Well, I think everyone. Well, Marcus, you were not there, but we took down who we thought was my god, and at the bottom of the sea, everyone around me, and I think that was the last time that I cried. But we did it together. So.
Buddy. So you found a flitting?
It's weird how that happens. And well, mine's gonna be real silly now, but last night actually, little Jeffrey and Serena were chasing each other on the beach, and it was just so cute. I cried.
God, she's so cute. Look at her.
Mm-hmm.
The color of a white Russian, or whatever we want to call it in this world.
White crown.
Curio has occupied the seat next to Winnie, ever so briefly. Hi! Was the seat taken? No? Cool.
Hi, Dad.
Hi!
Where do you people keep coming from? I thought you all left.
We're
Rogues.
everywhere.
You didn't lock the door.
Yeah, I was on my way out and
after
saw you while we
everyone
were
leaves.
playing a game. What is this about crying? When's the last time you cried? Fun fact, I am incapable of crying. So technically, the last time that I cried was shortly before my actual death. a little over 1,200 years ago at this point. But the last time that I wanted to cry was literally every time I've been proud of my amazing daughter, Acacia. You all know her. You love her. She's great. Super proud of you. You're doing great. You were so good. Yet literally every time you come back into port,
Happy I'm
want them to
still
work.
alive.
Super happy. I see a hand. Nice quiet hand, Proximus.
Follow-up question. That long ago, were you not always a warforged like you are now?
I played this game before, and I don't have to answer follow-up questions. Cheers, everybody. I'm leaving.
Bye.
He is so funny.
But yes, to answer your questions, yes, that means he was not a warforged.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
He won't tell me what, though.
Oh man.
I've asked.
This is a
My
great
guess is on
mystery.
Tiefling.
Moves over to Proximus and just whispers, Minotaur. Just kidding.
That...
Can you imagine, though? That'd be incredible.
That'd be really cool.
That would be
Yeah.
It'd be
the best.
so
Yeah.
good. I think in between questions, I think Demona is gonna chase little Jeffrey like back into the house.
Okay. So little Jeffrey just comes like scuttling back in past Curio. The last time that I cried was when before all of you came back up after you fought Eula. We all knew that you had defeated her. That was the whole ship changed, and moments of her magic fell to pieces. And I knew in that moment that my time with Callisto was that clock was ticking. And there was a moment where we stood in her captain's quarters and she gave me command of the ship, to which I tried so very hard to not accept. And damn her, she got a tear out of me. So let it never be said she didn't do the impossible. Anyway. Next question.
Well, you've cried before that, right?
Oh, sure. I mean, you've seen these scars. I mean, I've had my tear duct ripped open before. I've tried blood a couple of times. I mean, I had to
Okay,
pull
like,
my own tooth out.
Non-injury related crying.
Emotional
that?
injury related crying.
Emotional damage, one might say.
People do that?
Psychic damage, yes.
Yes.
No. It's funny.
Hmm?
Next question. Have you ever found love? And you may define love however you like. Though the intent of the question is romantic love.
I was literally just about to say that's a very broad question.
What else?
No, not romantic love, but yes, I've found love. Love all of you. Love my family. Love my friends.
Acacia, you used the F word again.
Why is this such a surprise?
She literally said she loves you. I don't think the F word's that big of a deal.
Why are you so surprised when I use the word friends?
There was a time where that word was not in your vocabulary. And I appreciate the fact that it is now.
Yes.
You stuck with us now.
Oh no. Whatever shall I do?
we all know the answer, Scarlet, but go ahead.
It seems like a really silly question. Multiple kinds, yes, romantically twice now. What more do you want from me?
Marcus goes to reach for the glass and goes, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you want to find out where the doghouse is in this household?
We didn't have one built.
You have a dog?
I can make that happen.
It's a figure of speech, Winnie. I cannot. We have a flitton. We have a tressum. That's it.
There's a greenhouse out
Yeah.
back. You're more than welcome to
I
it.
don't think she's
Oh,
a
with all the
flitton
poison.
anymore.
No, definitely full on Tressum at this
Yeah,
point.
she big girl now.
Yeah. Of course, I have found the best kind of love in this life.
That-
What about you, Proximus? Yours, darling.
Thank you.
The
Yes.
love of cheese.
Yeah, it's true. Everyone just looks off into the distance. Jeez.
Cheese.
Mm.
Yes, I found a connection with an orc in this fire-based connection.
Oh,
Arson something.
a single oily tear from little Jeffrey. I'm lactose intolerant.
Mother, why did you make me lactose intolerant? It seems weird to do that to a robot. Why would you take this from me?
Do you know how hard it is to make a robot lactose tolerant?
What about
Literally
you,
eats
Proximus?
everything else.
He does.
Everything.
Just has an incinerator, but you're like, nope, no cheese. You're like,
Just
gums
gums
up the works. Yeah. Well,
That's how we get
Kaila
nacho
and I have
cheese.
spent too
All
much
right.
time together, so that needs to stop.
Yeah, apparent.
Proximus, have you found love or not?
I do want to find it eventually. I don't really know what love is, other than the love of friends and my new family.
Sure you don't want to drink on that one? First mate.
Are you sure? I'm just gonna nudge the glass towards Proximus.
What are you insinuating?
Scarlet and Connery, the worst
Are
little
you,
guts.
are you sure? You positive?
You need to be a little blunt with Proximus.
We all saw the harpy, son. I mean,
Yeah,
have
but I
eyes.
don't think that is love, my
It
friend.
can be a certain type.
did you make it?
Connery!
Connery.
I did say you got to be blunt.
That
with
is a
Proximus.
follow-up question that I don't need
That's
to
a follow-up
answer.
question. That's true.
Winnie covers like little Jeffrey's, like where his ears would be.
Where is a shark's ears?
Scarlet does the same for Marcus.
Marcus, like, are you kidding?
I'm 3 drinks in. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fine. Actually, we'll switch voices here. Fine. Okay, so Winnie, have you ever found love?
Oh yeah, absolutely. My family, my friends, my bee, little Jeffrey, who is kind of a weird mix of like family and friends. All sorts of different love, and they're all pretty great.
Your bee? Is that why Jeffrey keeps asking me about birds and bees?
Girlfriend.
Does he? I have concerns about that. But use your best judgment. Beatola, you matter.
Of course. Yes. Yeah, the bubbly one.
Yeah, sometimes she can be like a little much for some people, but I think she's great.
She gave me fish.
Oh yeah, that sounds like something she'd do.
She helped me deliver messages, so.
Yeah, that's also something she can do.
Fish and messages, that's her.
It was discreet and undocumented. It's fine. It's great. Served the
She's
purpose.
very good at keeping secrets. I don't think I knew that she delivered messages for you until you said it right now.
That was the
And I'm her
point.
Winnie. Yeah. Wait,
That was the point.
did it involve me?
No,
Okay.
it involved my first mate. Thus the secret back then.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, because you two were like,
It's been a while, Winnie.
We
That was
have a
before the
home
gala.
together,
I'm
Winnie.
kidding.
Are you?
Winnie's gonna sip on her red drink.
That's a follow-up question that she doesn't have to answer.
Yeah. Jeffrey is just cycling through Michael Bolton songs at this point. He's trying to learn what love is.
He gets stuck on steel bars for some reason.
I want to know what love is.
Yes. And I
Uh,
want you to show me.
I would like for you to show me. Yeah. I want to feel what love is.
He and Proximus end up in like a deep discussion.
It's that that 90s CD, the commercial that we all just indelibly remember. See Kayla's face.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that mid
order
2000s.
now.
Yeah. Order now.
Yeah.
For all the greatest romantic hits. It's
Hits of the 80s, 90s. early
and
2000s. Yeah.
I really want to make a fake one for Horizon's Call now.
Oh my god, yes.
It's happening.
I absolutely have found love. I have found some romantic love, and I have found I had before the love of family, and I have what I believe to be the love of my crew. That I love them. I care for them. They are a family unto me.
Is there a Mrs. Connery or a Mr. Connery?
That's a little sappy.
Or
for
a
you,
mix.
Connery.
Connery?
I'm being honest because I don't want to have to drink on this one. There's later ones that I can drink on. No, Winnie, there is no Mr. or Mrs. Connery. Unless you're talking about, I suppose, my father, but that was not their name. My father and my mother were not called Connery. That's
No,
Weird.
that'd be a little weird. Yeah.
correct. All right, then. I'm going to skip ahead to the next question that I actually want to ask, which should have gone next. Since we're on the topic of love, who among this crew would you take as a lover?
Oh.
A romantic partner, if you had to choose.
So
And it can be both crews, I suppose.
I will answer this question if everyone wants me to, but I do need to ask a question first. Do all of you, I just wave my hand at the rest of the crew, really want the mental image of me, a centaur, having intercourse with a biped? Do you really want that image?
So they're bipedal.
I'll
Most of
answer
our
the
crews-
question.
Most of our crews
I
are.
believe
Winnie.
everybody is.
Yeah, there's no other options.
I have had worse images before, so you really can't hurt me.
Love is love, Acacia.
This is why we have alcohol.
Proximus, Marcus.
I don't see any problem with that.
You'd be surprised what I've seen on pottery.
That's true.
That's absolutely true. Yes, I've sailed all these oceans. I've seen some things.
I'll show you later, Proximus. Don't worry.
I was going to say, I don't even know how that works.
I got you.
Pottery pornography.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just talk.
Pornottery.
We'll just talk
Poor
to a
nottery.
local, butt potterist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rotary.
A rotary.
Pornottery. Yeah.
Okay. I had to at least get that question out of the way because I've thought of logistics unwillingly. So, yeah. Okay. So, granted that everyone is willing and there's interest, which I'm not. Winnie, I'd be comfortable with you. but also the cute looking human over on the Mercy, whose name I'm still learning. I'm still learning some of the names over on the Mercy.
Wait. Like my officer?
No. One of the regular
No.
crew.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a
Okay,
human officer?
We
Espen.
did?
Espen.
Oh, I
Oh.
forgot he was human.
Right.
I think I would have been
Okay.
more surprised if it was husband, though.
Fair.
Yeah.
I feel like I run a pretty attractive crew, honestly. But fair. Worked out really great in my favor.
And I would argue that lover doesn't necessarily have to be like.
There's a
However
lot
you
of
wanna-
hand signs going on.
I don't really know what those are. I saw.
Do you,
my
do you
brother
mean
do them.
like physical intimacy, Winnie?
That's what I
have to.
assumed from That's what I assumed from Connery's question.
I mean,
Connery can provide clarification if needed, but that's what I'm going with.
please do, Connery.
I don't want to impose on anyone's particular interests. If you happen to be someone who does not prefer sexual gratification, then you can take the definition of lover to mean however you would use that term personally.
Tried
That's
it once,
a
wasn't
scapegoat-
impressed.
Scapegoat answer, but okay.
That's the inclusive answer. I don't care what you're putting where, or what you're putting on what, or in what, or on top of.
Well, this
around,
is like a buy round
around.
for 2 of the participants.
No, you gotta choose someone that's not who
At
you're
the
already
table.
sleeping with.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go with the less obvious answer if you would get to my turn.
Scarlet, it is your turn. What is the less obvious answer?
When we first started setting sail together, Elios and I had a bit of a competition going on
Oh, you did.
That's
a good
true.
one.
on who could swoon Constance first. Unfortunately, we both lost, but that's fine.
Constance is pretty.
Right? Objectively so. Not wrong in my adventure, I just didn't pursue very well. Shocking.
Once Elios left, the competition just was.
It wasn't a competition anymore.
Constance just
yeah,
felt
it was-
lonely all of a sudden. All of a sudden,
No
everybody stopped. at
There
the
were
fire
there
cabin.
were other priorities,
Poor
like trying not to
Constance.
die, trying to break packs or something with Eula. It's fine.
Prison breaks and yeah. Huh.
Yes, having sailed with a primarily femme-presenting crew, and don't get me wrong, love a big woman, but Krej and Ripley, they're more like siblings at this point. So probably Constance as well, if I'm being honest. I mean, yeah.
And I'll note that for later.
Moving on, Proximus.
Oh, I thought you were, and he points at Marcus, you were very pretty. But also, Constance, right? Like, come on.
So we're all in agreement here, right?
Right. I think Scarlett and I actually have the same
We have the
interests.
same type. This is
Yes.
weird. Is this
Is
weird?
that weird?
It's weird.
It's weird. Really weird. All right, I'm
Considering I
gonna
dated
have
what,
nightmares
your,
about that
your
later.
brother? Your brother?
No, what? He was like my father.
Oh yeah,
That
no,
made it
there's
worse.
layers to this.
That made it worse. I'm gonna stop talking now.
He was
Okay.
his. He
Moving
was his
on.
brother, Dad.
Moving on.
I think you're pretty too, Proximus. Just so we're on that one. Winnie, what about you?
Winnie has been blushing a deep turquoise like this whole time since the first answer. And is just staring at the table and the glass and the tooth. And yep, yeah,
Did I break her?
Constance, and like reaches for the glass and like you're gonna have to roll because I think it's a big gulp.
It's a big gulp.
A big
No.
gulp.
Winnie,
that
I'm
was a
sorry.
15. You absolutely broke Winnie. I was not expecting to drink again so soon. I
feel
think
you.
little Jeffrey just slams his like little Jeffrey hands on the table and just I don't know what that means. My little
yeah,
Jeffrey voice is getting worse each time. I recognize that.
yeah, little Jeffrey's just been like looking at his own hands for a minute, just kind of lost in existential understanding, and just looks at him and goes, "What are we doing?" Connery's turn. Yes. Okay. Well, I think you're all just weird looking. Not really enough fur for any of my preferences, so probably honey, if I'm being honest. Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh,
What?
Moving
Eric,
on.
remind me who that is again?
No. There's no moving on. We get one follow-up question.
No. Mayor's follow-up question. Who is that again?
It's our
Honey
Noel
is
chef.
the
Oh, honey.
Yes, is the
Honey,
honey.
yeah.
I heard
yes,
something
is
else
right,
other than honey. Sorry.
We get one follow-up question, Connery.
Sure do.
What?
You heard me.
I heard you loud and clear. I'm just making sure I heard what I heard. All right.
Next question.
Fair.
you see Proximus just doing hand signs. Like,
He kind of looks across the table and goes, "That's better than you think, son." Don't do that, please. No, what is that?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. What is going on? It's just
Yeah, we just pounded the rock, son. Just
right.
one of us made it explode. Oh,
Finally looks up from the table like, wait, what?
I'll push like a glass of water to Winnie. Just
Oh, yeah.
drink some water.
One of the healing potions. Here you go.
Yeah.
that was a bit of an interlude to our questions. Let's get back into some of the large
What an
stick ones.
interlude.
Hmm. Who is your family? Interpret this how you want, how you will. Where do you come from? Who do you consider your family? Is it blood over water?
How much do I need to answer all of it? Do I need to list all of my family?
Interpret it how you will.
Well, like, I got
Whatever
my
you think is an
dads.
honest answer to that question.
I got my dads. I got the herds. Lesser extent, the Eve Walkers, Panvir, all of you, Phoenix Landing, Soteria, Cora. Yeah.
Follow-up question. Panvir separate from the Eve Walkers? I mean, I know he's no longer an Eve Walker.
I
But-
don't have to answer that follow-up question.
No, I guess you don't. But I'm nosy.
Yes. We technically knew each other before we both joined the Eve Walkers.
Oh.
What about you, Scarlet? Who's your family?
Whoever is sitting here right now, you are all my family.
Jeffrey tugs on Winnie's clothing. Mom?
Yeah,
Points to
but
Scarlet.
no,
No.
so
Yes.
close.
Cousin.
Yes.
Sister.
Cousins. I'll accept cousins.
Why not?
Cousin
Why
works.
not? Also a good alternative.
Why not?
I'll be your why not.
Marcus. My family is still the crew, the ship, those who serve. They are my brothers, my sisters, and I care for them. But I think that the closest person I have to family now is Scarlet. And I guess by comparison, all of you as her siblings in arms.
Don't leave out Sorana, she'll be mad.
Of course not. My actual family my bloodline is, as far as I'm aware, is gone. I don't know who my father was. Had to have some sort of fire in his veins. I don't know if I'll ever meet him. So I unfortunately can't answer that aspect. But
Do you want to?
I don't know. I don't know who he is, what he is. My mother never spoke much about him, and never said anything bad about him. There wasn't ever fear when I asked about him, but there was a lack of information, which is in and of itself is information. So I don't think she ever wanted me to know.
Did you ever have somebody that was a father figure to you, though?
Captain Cross was the closest thing I've ever had to a father. Taught me most everything I know. Most often I am trying to remember the advice he gave me and not completely ignore it. But sometimes it's not a bad thing to ignore. What about you, Proximus? Who's your family?
Much the same. I think I've bugged all of you about family before, asked you too many questions because I didn't have a meaning for the word family. We had hierarchy and a council and elders, teachers, warriors, and knights. Not a traditional family. Winnie has 2 mothers, and Acacia, you have 2 fathers. Scarlet, you found out about your parents, and I have no clue who birthed me or but I do know who raised me and who taught me how to be me, and that is Corvus. He was like a mother and a father and a brother and a teacher. He was everything to me and taught me through actions that you can consider family, even though you are not blood related, right? So, even though we don't have a blood relation, we have a bond that binds all of us here. We've, through the fights and the successes and the wins and the losses, you are my family.
And I'm your father, right?
If that makes you feel better, sure.
I
Do
think
you
that
want him to call you daddy? Is that it?
Daddy Connery?
I was gonna say you gotta fight for that for one of the Goliaths up north. That fight for that position.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
right,
yes.
yeah. It's Daddy Captain, all right?
Right,
Captain
right.
Daddy.
Not
Captain, no.
No,
no.
this just needs to end.
My only regret, though, is that it took me so long to find you all.
You found us when you needed us most. And vice versa.
The one good thing that Eula did was bring us together.
That is so true.
To the queen bitch.
To the queen bitch.
May she rest in pieces.
May she not be confused with the bitch queen.
There's a rumbling from below. No.
There's a huge difference between bitch queen and queen bitch.
Yes.
What about you, Winnie?
I think it's no surprise that I echo most of these sentiments. Like you are all my family, and chosen family is just as important, if not more important, than the random family that you're born into, if you even know who they are. And I'm very lucky that my born family, my mom's and Siren and Rollin, even though I know sometimes he can be a pain, they're my family too in a different way, but I chose you all, and more importantly, you chose me. And I know I can be a lot sometimes too, but you all still accept me and treat me as family, and that means more to me than I could ever really say. So, yeah. Thank you. I love you all.
Pretty
Love you
great.
all.
Aww.
Okay.
Little Jeffrey probably just, after addressing Scarlet, probably just goes around the table addressing each person as Mama, Mother.
No.
No, I think he's gotten a few updates from that. So Jeffrey just stands at the center of the table and points at Connor and goes, "Grandpa, why not?
Yes. Yes.
Weird uncle. Weird uncle.
Yeah.
Mom." And then, back to Acacia. Why not? Why not? Weird uncle. Weird uncle. Jeffrey, Grandpa.
All right.
Is Curios still here? I feel like we skipped
No.
him last time, so probably not. Okay.
No,
He did.
Curio walked out. Yeah,
Oh yeah, he walked straight out.
yeah.
He's like, I'm not going to answer any more of these invasive questions.
Who is my family? I think you all, not to be repetitive or whatever, mushy, you all are my family. Can't help it. I chose you all. I wouldn't get rid of any of you all if I had the opportunity, so that's better than most. I had a family once that I didn't choose, and they chose to get rid of me. So, fuck 'em. Y'all
You
are
were
better than that.
You are stuck with us, whether you like us or not.
I like you, alright.
I can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. It's fine.
It's true. But all of us can, really, at our own moments.
That's true, Winnie. Thank you.
Are you admitting to being a pain in the ass too, Connery?
Oh no, I was saying you were, but
Oh.
I'm certain that I can be as well.
We're all pains in the asses.
Yeah.
Straight
You're a
up.
pain in your own ass sometimes, apparently.
Yes, that is correct.
True. Speaking of being pains in the asses, what's the worst thing you've ever done?
Positive or negative?
What's the worst thing? It's however you interpret that.
I don't know. I've done some pretty bad things that have been, I thought were pretty cool. You know, like taking down the ice box and blowing up, helping blow up the keep on Cora. That was fun. But the one I feel bad about, I feel bad taking Panver's eye. That was a deliberate choice.
What about you, Scarlet?
The list is very long. So, Drink it is. Scarlet Shores is officially drunk. But that's a nat 20 on saving from the tooth, so.
I was
Nice.
just gonna say.
I have pirated for most of my adult life. I was lucky enough to pirate under a captain who showed mercy and respect and dignity to our targets. Victims is probably the correct word, but we were generous with them, with their lives, with their goods. We took only what we needed and targeted ships that typically had fewer passengers, imperial ships, merchant ships, if we had to. Left them alive if we could. But the worst thing that I've ever done is agreed to sail under Brindlecane. And agreed to sail under the person who killed the man I respected most in the world. So... Roximus, what about you?
Marcus, you are a good man. And then he reaches over and takes the cup and downs it. It's a natural 20. I have done too much that I thought was good that was not. Fill it up, Captain.
Oh, Winnie, what about you?
Well, I mean, just from like a historical standpoint, I'm pretty sure I accidentally, early in my career, probably destroyed at least one ruin or two. But that's I think is the worst thing I've done that I can think of. I will remind everyone that she did not find it morally objectionable to kill that sailor because she didn't know the crew had surrendered.
Not even the murder I was thinking of. I was thinking of when you shrunk
right.
that man.
We were
inside of his-
fighting for our lives. What was she supposed to do? Dead is dead. Crushed is dead. Could have been worse.
I just like Winnie justifying.
I'm gonna
her
need you to
murder
change your
and her
alignment.
frantic voice.
This is it. This is Winnie's drastic alignment shift. And because I also can't remember if the Reclaimers, she and the Reclaimers, not accidentally, but like ended up destroying that dwarven city they were in during her character building session. Like I can't remember if when they left, it was.
I don't think you destroyed it. I think there's just a balog. There's a balog loose inside of it.
Yeah, we weren't the problem, but
Right.
I couldn't remember if we left it like significantly worse than we found it. So, but in general, I'm pretty sure she's destroyed.
No worse.
Yeah. No, she can't think of anything on her end, whether others would think the same was true or not. Yeah, her truth is that ruin destructions are probably the worst she's ever done.
Little Jeffrey just goes, I killed a man. This was his necklace.
See, I didn't even kill that sailor. It was little Jeffrey.
I was only following orders.
It was a joint effort. That's okay.
was a
I didn't
joint
stop
effort.
you.
Good
I
job,
should have
Jeffrey.
stopped you and I didn't.
At least
I'm
he
sorry.
also probably could have interrupted her and said, trying to play God. But no, that's how we got little Jeffrey.
What a good little man.
Our special little boy.
I have done a lot of terrible things in my life. Objectively, terrible things. Things when I sailed under Eula that I will always regret. Lives that I took under her command that I will never be fully okay with. But perhaps one of the worst things that I did was back when I was on Gondola, and I was tasked with taking out a Knoll village. And we did. Every single one of them. And then we sat there and asked, why do they hate us so much, as if we didn't just answer their question for them? I think that was the turning point for me. And I think that'll always be one of the worst things that I've ever done. So, moving on then. What is one thing you would change in your past if you could? One event.
I try not to have regrets. So, kind of try to live my life guided by fate, but also forging it myself. And then I'll take a drink. Oh, I'm drunk now. Let's go. So I have to roll, I think, an 18 or higher. Based off
Yeah,
four drunks.
the +5 literally gets negated out because of Proximus.
Okay, so I need to roll a 13. I drink the 2. I got a 2 on the die. It's only a 5. It's fine.
Derek, you were muted.
It's fine.
I'm glad because I shouted the word medic and I didn't want to pop that on my microphone.
There's
So-
immediate hacking.
Ack.
Connery shouts, medic! And Constance and Ripley come from God's nowhere into the room and start doing some triage on the one being among you who can't throw up. So
Yup.
so while they go
like,
to
hold
do-
on. Just thought you should.
Mage
Just-
hand?
Just thought you two should know. Centaurs
Oh,
can't
man.
puke, just like horses.
Oh no.
they look at each other.
Oh no.
While they go to do that, don't worry, I actually have 2 spells in mind. We're going to take our next break. We only have a few questions left, but we've been sitting here for a while and we've all been drinking. So we'll be back shortly. Stick around. Okay. Nope, that's not how I enter. Nope. Avast and welcome back, everybody, to Rise's Call. I've done this before. Hi, welcome back. Session is going long. It is a Sunday evening. We're gonna wrap up here soon. Thank you for sticking around for us for this game. I know we've done a lot of bullshitting on the side, and even though I said like side chatter wouldn't be tolerated or would result in a drink, that rule went right out the window.
When did you
love
say
role-playing.
that?
You did?
That
Very
was one of the-
beginning.
that was
It was
one
part
of
of the
the rules.
rules.
Yeah, it was
Speaking
one
out
of
of
the-
turn.
Because even
Wow.
when he was like, "Oh, did I speak out of turn at the very beginning?" and it was just, yeah, it's been okay.
There have been
so-
drinks had. It's
Oh,
fine.
stop.
I thought it was
I have
asking
to. My
questions
brain's
out
broken.
of turn.
So, the 2 ship surgeons break out their shit. Connery is playing this game again. Emergency kit, which is a scroll of stone skin and a scroll of what is it? Shape stone. Stone shape. And so they literally turn Acacia into stone and then use stone shape to reach into her esophagus and pull out the tooth and then seal her back up with the same spell.
That's genius, but also ew.
Right.
So
I hated that.
If you ever need that. And Constance looks to Connery and goes, seriously, Connery, again? You're going to lose another crew.
Wait,
How many?
crew like
How many?
plural?
How many?
Oh, I'm just kidding. No, you all are fine. He does this all the time, though, so we're used to. Yes, it's fine.
I
Just
can't
don't.
believe.
It's a tooth. Try not to swallow it. Okay.
I can't believe it didn't slash my esophagus on the way down.
It did a little bit. You're fine. You'll be okay.
Wait, isn't that the game? Don't you have to swallow it?
No, no, dear God, no. Mm-mm. No, this is a
Oh, I
Leona's tooth.
accidentally swallowed it.
Can I just
Yes,
pass
that's-
one of the healing potions to Acacia? Just drink.
That was
Fine.
strongly implied that, like,
No, the point is to not drink and not drink the tooth. It's a punishment. So
right. But if you drink the tooth, you don't just like spit it back out, right?
you call for a medic.
Thank you.
Because you swallowed it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just to be clear.
Don't do what I did.
We'll be nearby. By the way, any questions for myself, for Ripley?
Yeah, I would like to
Oh.
know who.
Proximus looks away, blushing. Oh, shouldn't have said anything.
Who among the crew would you take as a lover?
Oh. Looks over at Ripley. Probably you, right? I was going to say you. Yeah.
Cop out.
I ship
That
this.
tracks. That tracks.
Okay. Well,
Junior high trauma.
as we continue around,
Wait, can I ask follow-up questions of what Michael just said?
that's up to Michael, I guess. I was gonna let that slide, but I'm a little curious too.
Don't tell anybody who you like. That's the moral of the story.
Yep.
He lost the half-orc then, too. And the
Oh.
tiefling.
All of the above.
Scarlet, what is one thing that you would change in your past if you could?
Well, it is nice to think about in theory. I wouldn't be where I'm at if I hadn't been through it all. But if I had to change one thing, I would have liked to have grown up properly at Red Tide.
Kill Eula sooner.
No,
Hmm.
I don't think so. Like I said, I would not be where I'm at without literally everything that's been done.
It was supposed to be a haha.
Just drink your healing potion.
Hmm.
Spicy. Why is it spicy? I also am very grateful for where I am at this time, knowing so many that aren't here. But for all the happiness that I feel now, I do wish that I had, and he turns to Scarlet, met you sooner in life. If I could change one thing.
To be fair, I don't think you would have liked who I was before now.
To be fair, I didn't like you that much when I first met you this time either.
Fair.
It all worked out. Proximus, what about you? What's one thing you would change?
I mean, I just kind of really wanted to say, to be fair, just to be part of the group, because it went back so many times, like a tennis match, even though...
Yes,
tennis is
everyone
not a
on
thing.
three.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. To
To
be
be
fair.
fair.
Wonderful.
Yes.
There we are. Okay.
Yes. You know, there are many times where in the moment you don't appreciate what is going on in the moment, and those times then you look past, and I just wish I would have taken more time getting to know the people that we have lost. That's one thing that I would change. That's why I'm glad we are here doing this today.
Winnie, what about you?
I wish I'd connected better with my brothers growing up. Like, I know them as my brothers, and like, they can be pains and stuff, but like, I wish I had gotten to know them better as people. Both of them, really. But I also guess it's never too late to start. Assuming Siren's still alive. I'm pretty sure he is. Because he's got that, like, arm thing going on, probably.
I'm sure we would have heard. We're pretty close.
You're really close with my brother?
No, we're physically
Yeah.
pretty close to.
Yeah. I don't know, we never figured out who your romantic interest was.
Didn't you?
You didn't explicitly say. It would have been weird if it was my brother, but
It would have been.
less
You're
weird
right,
if it was
Winnie.
Rollin. Like,
Little Jeffrey, what is one thing you would change? Do you have something for Jeffrey?
I'm very interested to know what your answer for little Jeffrey is.
I'm trying to think of like all the information that he has collected. He's like, well, about 2,000 years ago, a butterfly flapped its wings on the other side of Damaris, which caused a slight gale wind to congregate. If I could change that one butterfly's flap of the wing, then I can actually change the entire course of history. I could.
That's not in your past, little Jeffrey. The question is your past.
Oh. I would die less.
I feel like that's sort of on me. We'll try to make that happen for you, buddy.
Thank you. One thing that I would change in my life, if I could. Fuck it, I have nothing. I'm happy with where I am, or content at least. Anything that would change, like the world would be a worse place. And I can suck it up. I'll drink. Nat 20. Damn, what's up with these Nat 20s today?
Right? Why can't we
Where
do this
are they
when we're
doing
fighting?
regular sessions?
Yeah. All right. Last two questions, because we answered one already. I think this one's fun, and we all really know the answer. If everyone here at this table were to fight, no holds barred, who do you think would win?
Can't just spring that on us and not give us a second to think.
You can have a second to think. That's not a hesitation.
I just swallowed a tooth. I think I should go last this time.
Winnie's gonna whisper
Fine.
into little Jeffrey's ear.
Reverse order then.
Ear bit.
Oh.
So what does Winnie whisper into Jeffrey's ear?
She's gonna ask him to go grab honey.
Jeffrey disappears for a few moments and returns with Honey, who has Sammy slung over her shoulder.
Oh no.
And
Oh.
Connery looks in and goes, "You're not going to eat Sammy, are you?" And she goes, "Well, not now." No, he got too drunk. He's taken aback.
Well,
What's this then? You're drinking your tooth again?
Drank. Drank.
wait.
Half tense.
How many times has this tooth been drunk?
Heck's sake, who even knows at this point?
Anyway, my answer's honey.
What's the question?
Not really important.
Who would beat whose ass if we had a no holds barred fight right now?
Oh, you're feckin' right then, Winnie. I'd tear your damn face off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd make you look at your own face. like a mirror. Color's like, see what I mean about face ripper.
You said that was your nickname, not hers.
Who do you think took it from me?
With the addition of honey, I'm also gonna say honey.
Oh, you're out of order. You have to drink.
Jesus, wait.
No, I'm not drinking.
Proximus, who do you think would win in a fight?
That's a very good question. I was going to say Acacia because I've seen her big, but I don't know if she can do that on her own because it seems like Winnie makes her big. But
True.
It's definitely Honey. Mm.
Just snarling at each of you. Gives a little nod.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea that, like, not everyone knows why or when Acacia gets big. Just think it's something that maybe she
Just
can do on her
happens.
own. Like, we don't know.
We're busy fighting our own fight, not paying attention to Winnie.
I know, but she doesn't do it like any other, like, to reach high places or anything. Like...
Yeah, she just. Yeah, nope.
Marcus is like, I'm not even sure if Marcus has ever seen Honey before. I think he has, but she's often like in
He don't
shadows
hide.
or behind a wall or something. And this is
We're in the kitchen.
this is a big knoll. And he's like, yes, Honey, absolutely. No other possible. Looks at Connery. No other possible answer. All right. Scarlet.
That's an easy one. Myself.
Oh.
Honey slams Sammy down on the table. And he goes, it was a bad answer.
Poor Sammy.
I also say Honey.
I have killed more than I want to admit. I have dealt with more than I want to admit. I go with myself.
I respect that.
How would you do it? That's my follow-up question.
Ooh.
Take us down.
I'm next to Acacia, just holding her upright.
No, I'm like my human torso is laying on the table.
Previously my methods were of the quieter variety, of more poison works. Nowadays, I will probably strangle you right out in the open.
Scrawny arms.
I make it work.
So,
arms.
spar?
You want to spar with me?
Me?
No.
No?
No?
I have like one attack. I was never on the contender list. I was
Stop
like
looking at me.
the first one down.
I've kicked Marcus's ass before. Let's go. I'll
Just
bring
saying,
I'll take all of you
and
down.
Honey, I love you,
Not-
but like,
Not when we're drunk.
This is a sober event. Got it.
Yes. Because I'll just roll over on you, and that will be the end of it.
it is hard to
She gets
strangle
very,
someone
very
when you've
big.
been crushed.
Crushing damage, yeah. You have not. When did that happen? It's not true.
It is
What
true.
happened?
Right in
I'll
front
let
of the
you-
crew.
I lived
Which one? Oh.
nothing.
Marcus,
Well-
you are a good man.
It's true. I'm sorry I stole your liquor. Appropriated. Rehomed.
Rehomed.
When did you steal my liquor?
What? Hey, Connery, what's your answer?
Well, having actually faced off against that one in one-on-one combat, I can say it's a pretty fair fight. But I put it on myself since out of all of us here who have actually fought one another to the death, I'm the only one to have killed any of you.
Do you want to go? The garden's open. We can settle this now.
Yeah, that's not fair if you've only fought
Captain
one of
be
us.
captain.
I'm curious now. I in the future sober. Let's go, Connery.
Yeah, it was
you know what?
supposed to be me. You got lucky.
Well- We will absolutely do a bonus episode where we all just face off. But I'm just saying, on the leaderboards, Connery is the only one to have moved up a block. You know,
It's okay.
we'll
This is a
create,
technicality.
we'll
Took
create
my
some
armor
standings here. We'll have a cast and crew fight here.
Oh my god.
Just
Yes.
a tournament style.
That one is behind
Yeah.
a paywall because that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to do battle royale or if I want to do just like one-on-ones until we finally get there.
I think it should be
1v1.
tournament style.
Yeah, I need to see the
Tournament style.
bracket.
Baby, let's go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Mortal
March
Kombat!
Madness.
Yo, yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah, March Madness. Yeah. All right. Honey, you can go. If you want to leave Sammy here, it's fine. You don't have to.
We'll take
Please.
care of him.
And she just kind of like she wasn't even sitting. She's just been looming over the table. Fine, then. You all don't make a mess. And don't drink too much. Or do.
I'm already drunk, so
I'm done lying.
I'm done.
Is
Played
that
this game
true?
too many times to count.
That is correct, Winnie. I'm done lying
Okay.
or not answering. Can't get worse.
Don't ever say that.
No, you're right. I could swallow the tooth again.
Yeah. Do you want to be a rock again?
No.
I'm
Actually,
going
the
to-
smell's probably still going. I probably still have stone skin on.
Listen, I'm going to make a very greasy breakfast for all of you. Make sure you drink lots of water now.
are you coming back over to cook later in the morning? Because that would be great.
Becky, I'm going to cook right now. Where's your kitchen?
You know where it is, in the back.
I'm proud
There's
of
like-
you for commissioning a kitchen.
I mean, one of us is going to cook.
It's not me.
That's true.
I don't know how. I'm sorry.
And as the smell of cooked bacon comes wafting in from the other room, Connery gets to his final question. This has been Tooth or Truth. Our final question to wrap up our evening. How do you hope your story ends? All of ours must. What is your final page? Acacia.
And I keep it simple. Live, free, no loose ends, and tandem with the stars.
Scarlet.
It's easy to say that I hope it doesn't end.
Hmm.
But none of us are gods, and none of us will live forever. But I hope it's at least a long story. And I hope it's one that gets told for centuries after we're gone.
Follow-up question for you, Scarlet.
Yes.
I know it's meant to be a nice little ending for this sappy little question, but you and Marcus could become Warforged.
I think I like being a siren too much.
And even that has to end. All good things do. I don't know if anyone will tell my part of the story. I'm happy enough to be connected to yours. All of yours. I hope that I get to retire here in my home with the person I love most and live out our years in what happiness we can make of it. Once all things are said and done. Proximus.
So can you take two souls and put it into one Warforged, or is it just like you had two separate Warforged? I am trying to get the semantics of this. Um, oh no, never mind. We can talk about that later. Um, I hope that whatever it is that we do, that we learn the lessons and right the wrongs so that the next generation does not have to go through what we went through to get to where we are now.
Whitney.
I think at this point, after everyone else's answers and this late in the evening, I think Winnie can't answer and just starts crying.
All right, then, drink.
No, Wendy, come here. I'll give you a hug.
There's just
Yeah,
group hug.
a group hug.
Yeah, she just sobs into her friend's arms, and she is now officially drunk and drinks the tooth.
Oh no,
Because that was a 4 on the tooth roll, which, oh yeah,
Constance.
is not good.
Connery comes over, gives you a big slap on the back of the tooth. Comes back up.
That was the +5 that you didn't roll.
Yeah.
It catches like on your front teeth, so it spins just a little bit. Connery catches it with his other paw.
Winnie now
Oof.
has a chipped tooth.
Yeah, exactly.
Is little Jeffrey's answer that he is immortal?
No, because someday.
What happens to your homunculi when you...
A lot of things end when I end, but not
Yes, but-
everything.
But not him. So, fun fact.
Ooh.
Homunculi are a lot like familiars in the sense that if a wizard dies, their familiar doesn't necessarily. Like, if something kills that familiar,
Still out there.
I will find Nigel.
if something kills a familiar, they have no way of coming back. Like, that magic is dissipated.
Right.
But essentially, a familiar, if they are careful enough, can live forever. A homunculus the same way, but I have to imagine that Jeffrey, being a mechanical being, eventually will need repairs. If he cannot repair himself, all things come to an end.
Anyone who has
Becky?
this spell mending can heal him.
Oh,
And eventually there
Please
will be
mend my boy.
the heat death of the
No.
universe. And Jeffrey will be there as a Doctor Who-esque figure. Someday I'll stop working, and that will be okay. I have seen the void. I have touched death. It is a welcome friend.
The bagman cometh.
The what?
The what? Connery!
Who?
we agreed not to talk about this.
The what?
I said this a bit before, and this is what I hope for the end of my story. I don't hope to grow old. I don't want any more grey in my mind than I can handle. I just hope to die gloriously, fighting for something that I believe in. I hope that I can fall in the service of those I care about. And I hope that when I do, flags are raised for me and cannons are fired, and what is left of me on this plane, not being me, is given some sort of respect. Whether that be as a pirate, or a warrior, or a friend.
You will have it all if you go before me.
God's willing, I will.
Winnie
Don't you
is
dare make me regret that.
Winnie is gonna cry harder, and she's not gonna say it, but she's just thinking about how Connery can't see the color of the flags anyway.
Thank you, Michael. Yes, Michael posted the Guardians of the Galaxy reference that I was going for.
Oh,
Is Winnie also crying because she's a sea elf and she's going to outlive all of her friends by like centuries?
Shh.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Derek!
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
There's that realization.
You know what? I just need to make it to a level 20 druid, and then I stop aging.
That's right.
But you're part rogue.
I think we just need to go past level 20.
I think you need to hit level 18 for that, if I remember right.
Doesn't
Because I also had
She's
a
level
druid rogue.
3. At
Yeah.
least.
Sirens and Genasi only lived about to be a little bit over 100 years old, so
What's that thing that's going around on TikTok? Like, you were a wonderful experience. You were everything.
Mm,
how long Triton
Yeah.
lived, but
A couple
not
hundred
that
years.
long. Yeah. It's a couple
Yeah.
hundred.
Yeah. Nobody lives as long as elves do.
Nope.
not me looking
And
up
we
the,
don't sleep as long? This is bullshit.
how old do fucking centaurs live? Where does it say?
I
I
not
mean,
sure if
between
same rate
humans and
as humans.
horses, yeah, like, you're boned. Sorry.
Your bone.
Ugh.
So while I look up,
When was the last time Winnie cried?
tonight.
seconds ago.
Change the
Restart
answer
the
in
counter.
logs.
Little Jeffrey,
Restart
like,
the counter.
opens his chest like Bender, and it's just got the, like, sign 0 days since when he has cried.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
So it says that centaurs live about a century. That they have an average lifespan.
The fuck does average... What does that mean?
About 100 years is average. What they consider average in D&D.
Okay.
At least they're not like lizard folk or kobolds. They don't get long at all.
Babies.
Yeah.
All hail Cardinal Mac.
Mm-hmm. All of his servants.
Somewhere a candle flickers. Well, that was fun.
That was
So
good.
as the night wraps up and all of you sitting at the table, however inebriated you might be, sit there in just a moment of silence, nodding at the found family around you. Connery eventually takes his tooth back, puts a stopper to his flask, nods to all of you, and leaves the house on the shores. House by the shores. I'm sure Scarlet doesn't mind you all sleeping on her floor, her couch, or wherever.
There's a guest room in a guest house.
Winnie absolutely is
over it,
not going to be
whatever.
alone tonight. Like, she has to curl up with Sammy. She's going to sleep somewhere.
Fight over it, I don't care.
Acacia has a warm flank.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Sammy's still
Winnie is
flopped across
there.
the table. Did anyone have questions for me?
Why are you so great?
I know, I have to drink. I don't know.
It's okay. The tooth's gone. Just drink some water.
Water.
Here's some water.
I had to promise to not drink and fly.
Did you fly?
No,
Good.
Good job.
Good.
I end up in trees when I do.
Sammy.
That's Sammy.
Maybe I should
Sorry,
try
the
and
way you
fly
said
home.
The worst
No,
spinoff.
those of us who are drunk are going to stay here. I don't mind. There's plenty of space. I made sure of it.
Appreciated.
There is one of your contraptions to sleep on. I made sure I had one.
I think it's a sprawl on the floor with blankets night.
There,
a
there's
Winnie.
plenty of blankets.
And a Winnie.
Yay.
I'm
Hey,
going to go
Shaz.
to bed.
So you flop down on the floor, you see that underneath the couch is Trosho, just passed out under there. Just members of the Eve Walkers in the rafters. It's just
So good.
Esmond Kimball has just been standing in the corner of the room the whole time.
Fucking Espen.
Why is he like that?
Why
just
indeed?
is.
Why are you like that?
Espen, why are you like that? Espen.
Winnie, shut up, go to sleep. Your voice is too loud.
When he's like already asleep. Did not stay awake to hear the answer.
I just imagine that Scarlett's really drunk. Marcus has to just carry her upstairs to bed at that point. Just
Oh, stairs.
really
Great.
gone. Stairs. Yep, there's 2 stories to this household.
And so our session ends. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this special session of Horizons Call. Obviously, we went a little bit longer than we typically do, but hey, this was pre-recorded and we had the breaks. Thank you again for spending this time with us, for this very interesting character development session, asking the questions that you might not typically see on screen. This is great. Thank you, especially to my players, for the phenomenal answers that they had when they did provide answers, for the questions they asked, for the jokes that they tell. Could not do this with anybody else. As always, if you do appreciate their performances, honestly, how could you not? You can always tip them through our Pally. Pally.gg is a tool that we use to evenly distribute anything that you are generous and able enough to tip to these players. Please consider doing so. If you do hit even certain levels with tipping, like say $5, $10, that sort of thing, you can even impact our game. You can do crits, advantages, you can introduce black spots, which are extra complications, one of which, at this current point of recording, we will be coming back to for Season 4. So bear that in mind. It makes things a little spicy and fun. I'm going to go around and have these lovely people say a little bit about themselves and where you can find them. Again, this is pre-recorded. Time is wibbly-wobbly. So at this time of recording, it is December 17th at 7:20 p.m. Pacific time. The stuff we promote might change, but some of it is evergreen. Keep that in mind. So, Keisha, Mayor, where can we find
Hi.
more of your lovely self? And is
Hi.
there anything you'd like to promote?
You can find me on all the socials at Archmage of Dice as of this exact moment, and probably by the time this airs. You can only find me playing Acacia on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, starting back up sometime in mid-January for Season 4, and dealing with the, I don't remember what it was called, but a gigantic gelatinous ooze. A mile fucking wide, might I remind everyone, that our ships are stuck in. And I will also be playing in Smoke and Ashes, an Avatar Legends game on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern over on Valdrian's channel. That's all I got.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mayor. Eva.
Hi, hello, I'm Eva. You can find me most places at the Eva Serrates, or sometimes, occasionally, Eva Serrates, but I am almost always just here on Sword and Key because this is half of my brainchild. And you will obviously see me in January for Season 4 of Horizons Call, but also soon in running a couple exciting games. Look for Future Monster of the Week and Cyberpunk Red at some point soon. I think that's it for me.
Yeah. Michael.
Hi, fam. I'm Michael. You can find me at Michael Sandoval on all the socials. And then also, hey, don't know when this is coming out, but I hope you had a happy holidays and or going to have a happy holidays. Love y'all.
Special thank you to Michael, as always, for doing the character art for this game, for our game Humblewood, for our upcoming game, as we record this, of Harbingers. Michael is an absolute treasure. Please check all of his stuff out on his socials at Mikyl Sandoval, MIKYL SANDVOA, or sorry, VAL. Almost had it. Damn, so close. I'm getting a lot of practice at this. Please support him in any way you can. Please bug him with commissions if he has the time. Please pay him money because he won't take mine. Last but absolutely not least, Kayla.
Hi, hello. My name is Kaila. I'm many faces, many places in the TTRPG realm. I am primarily here on Sword and Key as your Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlet Shores, as well as GMing when Derek makes me, and other miscellaneous things. You can find me on most of my socials at KMC, spelled out with an underscore if you can't find me there. But yeah, I have been your Siren Storm Sorcerer who might have lied more than she could handle.
When I make you your phenomenal GM, and I'm gonna make all of you a GM eventually. Well, Mayor's put in their time, but I'll get the rest of you. I got Mikyl coming up soon too, so y'all can get excited about that. Hi everybody, I'm Derek Sword. I've been your GM for this session. I use he, him pronouns. Yes, Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, you can't have it. At the time of recording, we're coming up to the holidays, and stuff is getting a little quiet around here at Horizon or at Sword and Key. This is Horizon's Call. We're part of Sword and Key. So stuff just to make you aware of is, let's see, today is the 17th, so when this comes out, we typically do, I'll say this, we typically do movie nights on our Discord. You can find all of our social media for Sword and Key, including the way to join our Discord at beacons.ai/Sword and Key, all one word. Again, you can join our Discord there, all of our social media, as well as any of our ongoing charity campaigns and the pally for this game. You can find it all listed there. But if you do join our Discord, every other week we do movie nights. The upcoming one on the 29th is Snowpiercer. We'll have even more there. We're doing Studio Ghibli films about once every month, and then another feature film as well. And we typically, if I'm feeling up for it, I will do a double feature. So if you join in, you also can suggest what the second part of the movie night's going to be. I'm also half of the podcast Monster Crush, which is a podcast I do with my friend LD, and we talk about different cryptids, creatures, and miscellaneous monsters, and how sexy they are. So that comes out bi-weekly as well. Even though it is a pan-monster romantic podcast, it does come out bi-weekly. So the next episode is actually coming out probably at this point tomorrow, which is the 18th. But our second part will come out the 24th, Christmas Eve. We are doing a two-parter of Mothman. We finally reached episode 69. That's nice. So we're doing Mothman. But more episodes will be coming out bi-weekly after that. As I mentioned, we do have a Harbinger game, which is a spin-off of Horizon's Call. That is a 6-week campaign, which is going to be starting January 7th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. It will be every Sunday. We have a fantastic cast for that. We've got some new very fun characters, and LD will be kind of leading the cast with the very familiar Fia, who has featured in Horizon's Call a couple of times now. Humblewood, The Unwelcome Winter is the other game that I run, the third game that I run on this channel. That will be wrapping up in the new year with the penultimate episode planned for the 7th and the finale episode planned for the 14th. And that is Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Horizon's Call will return for the new year with regular episodes on the 13th of January at 3 p.m. Pacific time for a Q&A session, again led by LD. She's great. I don't mind putting her on everything. And we will be back for our regular sessions on the 20th. We will start season 4. We do have casting calls out currently. How open those will be at the time of release, I'm not really sure, but we do have casting calls out for Deathmatch Island and Trophy Dark. So always keep an eye on our social medias and on our Discord where we post the applications first. And that will, you can absolutely apply to those. We'll have more games out soon, as Eva was referencing, Cyberpunk Red, other things coming up too. So lots of cool, fun stuff coming up for the new year. I think that actually might be it for right now. So thank you again for joining us. Thank you to my wonderful players. I hope you had so much fun. I had so much fun. And yeah, as always, take care of yourselves. Fair winds and following seas, brave mariners. We'll see you next time.